ISIS will enter the zoo and Chad unless, and this is from an Islamic newspaper. As I told you before, anything you hear on Radio Biafra is correct. I told you on this platform that they will come for you. You see, let me tell you one thing that people don't know because you don't know history. I forgive some of you because in your schools in the zoo, they don't teach you anything. I want some people to actually go and sit down and study the history of Islam. Islam is the only religion that has never stopped growing. Islam is the only religion that has never stopped expanding through militancy and war. Others have stopped, only Islam. Christianity is based on convincing people, telling them about the message of hope and restoration of Yahweh Yeshua. Of course, immensely corrupted, that we know for sure. But Islam believes in expanding through war, and that war is coming. Now, I must be put on record. And Uchemefo, I want you to record this very broadcast and play it all the time for our people to also understand and listen very carefully. And I will say it tonight. And if you come to me in the future, I'll refer you to the broadcast of the 8th of June, 2015. And that I made this very comment I'm about to make now at precisely 10 minutes to 8 p.m. in the evening. If ISIS comes down into the zoo, of course they are part of Boko Haram anyway. If they not if they, because they have forged an alliance already. If they launch any attack with the name of ISIS on the zoo soil, if you come to us to give us weapons, I will decline it. I will allow them to kill all of you before we mount any counteroffensive. Let me tell you one thing that you don't understand. Some of you, you claim you went to school, but you didn't go to school. Because if you went to school, you will understand how Islam works. Islam is coming for you. They must come for you. It's a M-U-S-T, must. There is nothing anybody can do about it. Only you can defend yourselves. This headline here is a confirmation if you need one. Atiku Abubakar said it yesterday. Today is being confirmed that ISIS is coming. Not just Boko Haram, but the real bad people that are coming. They need access to the oil. And they will get it to secure their financial base for their continued expansion within the whole of sub-Saharan Africa. The zoo is seen as pivotal. And Biafra land is where the resources that they're looking for is lying in. They don't trust Buhari anymore. Buhari was their godfather. They no longer trust him. I mean Boko Haram in this instance. Buhari, they thought, would give them Sharia immediately. Buhari saying, I don't belong to anybody. From that day, they intensified their bombing. Some of you cannot reason, you cannot see very well because you're blind. But at least you're lucky. You're listening to Radio Biafra. Very, very lucky indeed. I'm telling you the truth. Or else, in your blindness. It is that darkness we've come to shed light on, that you can see properly. If they enter the zoo, I will not command this army. And I need guns and I have the men. I need guns and I need bullets. That's all we need. And then we win. I have been sounding this warning. I've been telling you, you think we are joking. They are coming. Your mothers will be raped. Your sisters will be married off as slaves. I'm telling you that now. Right as I speak, write it down. Biafra land will be decimated. Unless we equip this army to defend us. If we don't equip our army to defend us, in other words, if we don't march this year, it will be very, very difficult for us to recover. Forget all this nonsense. All these so-called pro-Biafra groups you're saying, Awasa brought them out to confuse you. Awasa brought them out. That is why they cannot say what we are saying or do what we are capable of doing. These are Awasa groups and you are not listening. That's now I want him. You are not listening because the devil has gone into all these idols that you worship. The devil has gone inside you to harden your heart, to blind your eyes that you can no longer see. That day I will tell you to remember the broadcast of the 8th of June 2015. I will tell you to go back to it. I need guns and I need weapons. If I don't have guns and bullets, the army of Biafra cannot defend your towns and villages. The sooner you get that into your thick skull, the better for everybody. You are black people, you don't reason, I know that for sure. But the sooner you take this very message seriously, the better for everybody. Or else you're finished. ISIS is coming. they will enter the zoo and Chad very, very shortly. Not as Boko Haram, they are coming in as their franchise and as their name dictates. ISIS is coming. If you like, you make haste while the sun is shining, or if you like, you can continue to be dumb and stupid. That is entirely up to you. Mbage I won't be there, but you'll be dead anyway. And Radio Biafra will not report it, and nobody will. If you like, you give us guns. If you like, you don't. We are trying to save you, not you saving us.
Every one of us must rise up. The armed forces are not neutral. They collude. They collude. They collude with the armed bandits. They kill people, kill Nigerians. They facilitate their movements. They cover them. If you are depending on the armed forces to stop the killings, you will all die.
All hail Biafra, land of the rising sun. We love and cherish. We have vanquished our enemies. All hail Biafra. God bless Biafra. In Him we trust. Shout it, sing it. All hail Biafra. God bless Biafra. We have emerged triumphant from all our foes. Through the crucible unscathed, we passed victorious. Our trumpets pealing the glorious song. Play it, sing it, all hail Biafra. Oh, hail Biafra. We shall always remember all that perished in the struggle for our freedom. All hail our heroes. Our prayer shall be known both day and night. Say them always. All hail Biafra. All hail Biafra. Now our star shines everywhere. We crave humility. God guide and protect us all. All hail your wisdom, shielding us from fury, unleashed by our enlightenment. Biafra, Biafra, shining forever.
A minute of silence to the fallen heroes of Biafra, and the time starts now. We mourn our heroes past, we celebrate them for sacrificing their lives for Biafra to be restored and liberated. And to every Biafran standing their ground to fight to keep the flag flying above sea level until Biafra is fully liberated. Ise, Ise, Ise. If you're listening from Facebook or YouTube or Twitter from the screen, you will see our faces on the screen today. And our voices are also coming out on the Twitter X space and on all other social media platforms. We bring you warm greetings to all Biafrans and lovers of freedom all over the globe. Thank you for your commitment to the Biafra liberation, and thank you for standing your ground to this very day in the absence of our Prime Minister and in the absence of our Supreme Leader. You've all done what you're supposed to do in making sure the enemy of Biafra do not prevail with their antics and with their tactics. The Biafra Defense Forces are up and doing, and they continue to do wonders as the enemies of Biafra that tends to come into Biafra land to kill our women and children goes back in body bags. So we salute all Biafrans. Airborne to the Biafra Defense Forces and airborne to our leaders. It doesn't matter where our leaders are, and that will not be a factor of throwing off balance those that are here standing their ground. Rather, it is going to be a metaphor that will drive us crazier and crazier every day. Every Biafran should have this on their table, that this is time for them to be more monstrous than they have ever been, because you can't have your heroes in detention and then you will be doing party and you will be enjoying yourself and celebrating. For what? What you should be doing at this time is to look for every fire possible to destroy the zoo. And we applaud Biafrans that have been doing this. We want to see more of your support. We want to see more Biafrans who are independently burning down the zoo. Yes. If you don't burn down the zoo will come and consume us. How many people have you checked to see that have been massacred by the Fulani terrorists since you woke up this week? Today is Friday. So if you are a living and you are a Biafran, you have a reason to do what? To do more in defense of Biafra land. I salute all Biafrans. I salute all the ministers of BRGI, reps and admins that have gathered here today. Salute our APM, salute our Supreme Leader, our PM, Wazirike, for your sacrifices, our heroes past, starting from our eternal leader, and to the heroes of January 1566. I salute all of you, and the heroes of 1945, the heroes of 1929, and the heroes that have ever stood and fought for Biafra freedom. In our own time, the fire will not quench. Rather, it will intensify more than what you people have done, so that the world will understand that we have everything available in our own time. That the disadvantages that you people had in your own time, we've been able to align with development and innovations to be able to do more in our own time. So, kudos to Biafrans that are alive today to be part of this history in the making. We will be talking about a lot of things here today, but before we go on, my Minister Jerry, are you there? Say hi to Biafrans. Honorable Betty, say hi to Biafrans before we continue.
Yes, I'm here. Thank you, my able minister. Thank you, fellow Biafrans and lovers of freedom. Thank you all. Greetings, everyone. Yes, it's such a blessing to be alive and to be part of this redemption movement. and liberation, or what you might want to call it, for me, is our redemption. You know, when Christ told his disciples, told them that their redemption draweth nigh. Right now, our redemption is here. And we want to give to Kabiyama the glory. I want to appreciate my able minister. I call him my boss. I call him the Ekureku one of Biafra land, the boss for this Ministry of Information. We want to salute our able Onyendu himself, Mazin Nnamdi Kanu, the reason for this particular season. And we want to thank Mazi Simon Ekpa, our Prime Minister, whose name is always causing, nightmare in the camp of the enemies. When his name was mentioned in the courtrooms today, even they can never stay without mentioning his name. And he rightfully said that he will be their end. And there's one thing our Prime Minister always say. He will tell those of us that are still standing firm, he will say, count it a blessing that you are part of this government. Count yourself blessed to be a part of this government. That means if you are in the Biafra Republic government in exile and you are faithful and doing the needful without any issues with the government, it is a blessing. And honestly speaking, there's no blessing that you can compare. It means that you are at the right place, doing the right thing. And I can assure you, you will get the right result. And who are those? It is not only those of us in the media. Those of you, don't come on my camera. Those of you that are supporting what we are doing, you are also a blessed Biafran. If you are able to sow a seed on this fertile ground, and you know that the seed you sow is a seed that must yield results, yield fruit, you are a blessed Biafran. So count it all joy and count it a blessing. So tonight, what we know how to do best, we are here to do once again. Like my minister already said, those of us in the Twitter, you are seeing us live on video, and those on the space are going to be hearing our voices. And everywhere, even on YouTube, on Facebook, you are going to be seeing us. So let's do the needful. The zoo, they will hear when. The latest news I was just getting right now, they say it's allegedly, but I know it is not allegedly. They said Malame is already regretting. He said, if we had known, we would have taken his life in Kenya. But they forget that the finger of God is what is stopping them. And the finger of God is what is moving us and has moved us to where we are. Anyway, this is just salutation first. We are going to go into the nitty-gritties of everything tonight. Biafrans, airborne.
Thank you, Wachineke. Honorable Betty, over to you.
Hello. I think you muted me.
It's okay now.
Okay, are you hearing me now?
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay. My fellow Biafrans, lovers of freedom, wonderful people, we come in peace today. First of all, my greetings goes to my information minister and his wonderful deputy. Biafrans, today our supreme leader has his court hearing. When I was doing my own broadcast, I titled it Sensational, because in the history of legal practice, I've never seen where somebody who is coming to give witness statement by way of evidence is allowed to wear mask or to be masked. But it can only happen in a country like Nigeria. But one thing always gives me joy is that our Onyendu is unwavering, unshakable. He doesn't even look like somebody who have been sitting in one place for a whole 4 years, going to the 5th year. So I owe my allegiance to him and to all Biafrans and my indomitable Prime Minister, Mazi Simon Ekpa. There is no story you tell in Biafra without mentioning his name, just like the tortoise. When you tell local stories or moonlight stories without mentioning the tortoise, then you haven't started. So wherever he is today in Finland, let him always know that he is in our mind. We love him so much and we will continue to do so. Thank you, Biafrans, for joining us this evening. My respect and love to everyone. Thank you. Just like the tortoise.
Thank you, Honorable Betty. You're listening to another device, so turn down the volume of the other device because it's echoing down here.
Okay, okay.
Yeah.
Haven't started.
All right. Thank you so much, Biafrans, and thank you, ministers here present in the house. And please, if you are in the media team Telegram group, the formidable media team group, if you want to join the studio, you can join. The link is there. You can just go there, click on the link, and then join. All right. Before we go on to the issues we want to bring to the screen, we all listened to our supreme leader when he said, ISIS are coming. And then he went down to explain that your women will be raped. Your children will also be raped and massacred. Heads will be chopped off. Mhm. Your communities will be taken over. You will be annihilated. The Fulani terrorists will come for you. Nobody took him serious. The man that spoke is here in detention after you kidnap him, and everything he said is happening before your very eye. So this is one of it. Before we bring something that we just saw on the media now, there's something that we just saw now, but let us explain this one to all of you first. We have to fund the Biafra Defense Forces, and this is one of the reasons. Yes, we have to fund Biafra Defense Forces like mad people. You know how someone that is mad used to do something uncontrollably? Uh-huh. Nobody can control her. That is how we need to fund our liberation. If we don't fund our liberation this way, the elders of our land, the children and babies and women and children, this is what will happen to them. If you're looking at the screen, and it's best you even go to the screen to watch this program. Yes, because we are displaying some things on the screen. If you were listening just on the audio part on the X space, it is best you go to the screen where we are showing something now. The faces that you see on the screen now, these are faces of elders of Borno State, Borno community. The Fulani terrorists, after they have taken over the communities, you heard from their governors that over 18 or 60 communities are under the control of Fulani terrorists. Now, they were implementing taxations and rules and everything. That means they are in charge. One Nigeria are not in charge of those communities. When Oyendu said, your communities will be taken over, ISIS is coming, ISIS are coming, the terrorists are coming, people don't take him serious. So it is happening. When you hear that there is Borno State, there is Borno State with a name. But the Borno State, you have two rulers. You have the Fulani terrorists ruling from one end, and then you now have the governor that is representing one Nigeria, the shambolic governors, the showy display governors that just answer the name and collect money, representing from another end. And this section from which the governor of one Nigeria is representing is not up to 30%. So Boko Haram terrorists are in charge of 70%, while the governor of one Nigeria is not able to take charge of the 30% that is in his hand. Here you are now. These are elders of the ancestral land of Borno communities. They are being executed by who? The Fulani terrorists. Ask them what was their crime. They say they are giving their information to Nigerian government. So that means you are not under the rule of one Nigeria. You are in another empire, the Fulani terrorist empire. That is where you are. So if you venture to do any communication out and then they get you, your own is gone. They'll bring you out and execute you. This is to validate what our supreme leader told everybody, that the terrorists are coming, they will take over your lands, they will rape your women and children, they will take control of your communities, they will send you out, they will buy everybody. And he said, Uche Mefo, record this video and let it be always played so that they will remember. This was 2018. Today you are in which year? 2025. Can you look at the faces of these elders that you see? Do you see their gray hairs? They have gray hairs on their beards. They have it on their head. No be so? Huh? It would have been a thing of joy to have a father that has become a grandfather like this, or a three-time father. That means grandfather, great-grandfather, great-grandfather that we have. They will now put hands on your head or your grandchildren and then give blessings. You now say, oh, I am going to see my great-great-great-grandfather. They look at Fulani terrorists now, bring them out, put knife on their head and chop them off. This is just for us to begin. Minister Jare, you may have something to say on this.
When Mazi Nnamdi Kanu told them that na darkness na abia, darkness na abia, darkness is coming. And he has repeated these things again and again and again. And the funny thing is that it is not only for the interest of Biafrans, it was for the interest of every indigenous person in that zoological republic. Look at it. Evidently, I know the funny thing. Now, this picture surfaced today, a few hours ago. Now, the presidency have seen it. All of them have seen it. But do you know what Tinubu is fighting? Tinubu is fighting for 2027 and going to lobby bishops so that they will come and gather in Aso Rock and support him to tell America not to put their name in the list of countries of major concern. That is terrorist country, because Joe Biden government had removed it. But BRGIE, Biafra Republic Government in Exile, under our APM, Mazi Okechukwu Nkere, went to America. With the help of our lobbyists, we have been able to convince the American government that Nigeria must be returned back to that list. And some of you will say, we are not doing anything. What is Okechukwu Nkere doing? You have seen it. Today, instead of Tinubu making or showing concern about these elderly men from the communities in their one Nigeria being executed openly, he's instead fighting he thinks that they are still in Joe Biden era, to bribe bishops and archbishops, the way he bribed some touts on the garage to come and present themselves as priests and bishops. He wants to bribe them again so that they will campaign that there is nothing happening. But this is the era of social media. They won the Emir of Sokoto or Sultan of Sokoto decided to tag social media terrorists. This is the era of social media whereby there's no way, even if all the priests come out and say, hey, they're not buying people, oh, the next day, one of the priests that will say they're not buying people, they will go to their church and buy him. And social media will report it. So everything is happening in our eyes and we're seeing it. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu exposed all these things. And the thing is that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, in that video we played, he said, we need guns, we need bullets to protect ourselves. He said that it is only Islam that is advancing. Every other religion is retrogressing. Because Islam, they advance with conquest. This is it. That's the conquest you are seeing here today. And they will not stop. He said the only thing that will make them stop is that you will stop them. And since we have received from our leader, this gospel, and we have ensured that we must obey it, and you can see that the Biafra liberation team are doing the needful. What are you supposed to do? Just like my senior man here have told you, that you must do it like never before. That you will do it as if it is something you must do. Every day, rush to the website, rush to the rep. If you have 1 naira, you put. If you have 1 gemma, you put. 2 gemma, you put. As it enter your hand, spare it and put. And you know that if we multiply and put it there, the Liberation Army will be able to stand gidigam and go against these people. Because this thing you are seeing here, they don't want to stop here. Their target is they will cover everywhere. But the only way we can stop them is that we must make sure that we get Biafra fully actualized, and we will now give them, they will know their boundary. Anybody that crosses our boundary, you are calling for war. So, but for now, before we are being recognized worldwide and everywhere, we must fight and defend our land. Any traces of all these people that are doing this thing, committing this mayhem in the name of religion, we will stop them at all costs. And we can do it. You and I can do it. Your 2 ejema, your 5 ejema, your 10 ejema can do it. Martin Namdekano, when he was preaching all these things in America, he was actually asking them, $1 will it kill you? But do you know that these things will be very easy for us? Only that we are thinking it is difficult. All those people that have the million dollars that are not bringing it. If 1,000 of us, for example, 1,000 of us make a consistent donation of 20 ejema every week, you know, we'll go a long way. And then if we multiply the numbers and we become like 1 million, and 1 million of us say, okay, since maybe if the 20 is too much, okay, let 1 million of us put one ejema, one ejema every week. We mean 1 million ejema. It will go a long way. And if it comes every week, it will not touch you. You will not even feel it, because it is coming from everybody. Then those that have the bulk, that want to make it big, so that we'll be able to acquire the bigger machine that we can use to compete against these people. Because if you see what they have, we're not going to go to them with chakabula. We will be able to, we must be sophisticated to stop these people, because they are being sponsored. All the money they collect from all their ransom, all the 100 million and all the things that they're collecting from Shetima and the rest of them, they are using it to buy more weapons. And we must stop them, because if we don't do, if we are depending on prayer or anything that anybody is telling you, they will not stop, like Master Namdekano said. I yield my mic for now. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Honorable Ajare. Honorable Betty, over to you. Add some more pepper.
Thank you, my minister. Biafrans, you see, there's a proverb in my town that says that anything you have on your wrist, you don't need mirror to see it. Like your wristwatch, you don't need any mirror to see it. You have seen it here. You know, when we used to see things like this on the internet in places like Pakistan and Afghanistan, nobody within that region will ever think that a thing like this will come close to the north. And my people, these are ISWAP, ISIS, Boko Haram. What's the name of this new one? You know, so many of them, my ministers, they have said it all. But one thing that is giving me the courage to do what I'm doing, or to join my Biafran people to do what I'm doing, is that Onyendu's prophecies It touches down, but it does not go back without doing that for which he said it. His prophecies, he said that they will kill us and we will kill them, and Biafra will still come. Why we do what we do is not that some of you don't see it, but sometimes you need more awareness. You need more push to understand what is coming. Onyendu said it, that they will come to Southeast and be fighting us. But when they finish, they will have nowhere to go back to. And it is happening. So if we do not make contribution, because that is the nitty-gritty of these two men you are seeing on the picture in orange dresses. And I'm sure it is their executors that dress them like that to show you that they are condemned people. We don't want such thing in our land. And some of you will come and say what they want us to do, what the gallant men should be doing, what should be done to this state or this governor. Will it be done or will it happen with empty hand? No, they need logistics. And as my minister, Vam Vam Vam, said, if you know how many of us that voted during our self-referendum, almost 60 million. Assuming we continue to contribute 5 ejema every week, let's just say 5. You know how many millions it will be. Everybody is now keeping quiet because they haven't seen something like this. But God forbid, we don't want it to happen in our homeland. All we have to do is to persevere. I know that it's not good or not easy for anybody to part with their money. Money is one thing that is like life wire. But sometimes when you compare what that money is going to do for you, the value of what you are going to do for spending that money, you close your eyes and do it. Tomorrow is our fundraising that usually starts by 7 p.m. In fact, with biafragov.org/donate, you really don't have to wait till Saturday. So we have to take advantage of all this to make sure that our gallant men are fortified so that these people will leave our land and that they don't come close. Secondly, we know that when Onyendu and our PM were here with us, things were happening. Let us not allow people to think that without the presence of these two heroes of ours, that we cannot do it by ourselves. We have to really show them that we are undefeatable by contributing generously. So this is what we are getting at. Showing you this picture is okay, but the basic thing is that you know that it is the kind of thing you used to see in Afghanistan, and now it has crept down to the north. Do you want it in Biafra land? And the answer is no. And I have already said, God forbid. But God will only forbid it if we dip our hands into our pocket to make God to forbid it. Thank you, my people. Join us tomorrow, Biafra time, 7 p.m., and make your generous donation. Because if people from Borno have a BLA or a BDF or BRF, Biafra Resistance Fighters, Biafra Liberation Fighters, and Biafra Defense Forces, I'm sure this sort of thing will not happen to their elderly men, but you can see them. So we need to prevent it. by coming out tomorrow in mass to donate. Please, my people, the earlier and the faster, the better for us. Thank you, my ministers.
Thank you, Honorable Betty. And in that same spirit, Biafrans should understand that the people of these communities where they slaughter their heads at impulse by the Fulani terrorists, that they are begging to have an epitome of Biafra Defense Forces. They are begging to have a model of Mazin Nnamdi Kanu, our supreme leader. They are begging to have a model of our prime minister. They are begging to have men and women with balls, men that can stand the test of time, men of steel and of valor, never going back, ever going forward, not being tossed around like a pendulum bulb, considering the changes in situation. Biafra Defense Forces have been standing their ground. They stood their ground right from ESN. They metamorphosed into Biafra Defense Forces. Even when Onyendu was kidnapped, they still maintain the strides. They metamorphosed into the Biafra Liberation Army, and today they are still standing strong. Prime Minister is detained. They are still standing strong, not wavering, not going anywhere. What do you need? It is not cho cho cho. No, this is not time for cho cho cho. This is time for actions. Yes. This is time for actions. We have sealed the Bagassi Peninsula area where the Cameroonian terrorists of one Nigeria would have colluded together to infiltrate us from the Bagassi area, where the Ambazonia area was a loophole for them to use against us in the 60s to 70s. Today, the Biafra Navy have blocked those areas, and we are blocking them again in the hinterland. What you have to do is to come and fund the Biafra liberation. If you don't want your women and children to be crying like this, we are going to play another video where a lady is crying from Benue, telling you the reality that this one now is in Borno State. But you see another one from Benue. The lady from Benue is telling you that they are all gone, and the media are not reporting it. But you will see the AIG. We saw one photo yesterday. They say AIG of Nigeria says, I will flush out every IPOB in their hideout. You will flush out every IPOB in their hideout. As you just enter office, you never even whether 2 or 3 days. That is the first mandate that can come out from your mouth. But the Boko Haram that went and beheaded these 2 men that you see here, that put them in their ankles and then cut and by their existence. You could not say to Biafrans or to Nigerians that you will go and fish out and wipe out all the Boko Haram terrorists. You see why Gumi said, do not vote those that will come to buy the Boko Haram terrorists. Do not vote those that will come to buy the Fulani terrorists. Do not vote anybody that will come to end the terrorist existence, because the terrorists are their freedom fighters. They are their foot soldiers in the forest and in the bushes. They are here to lay the pad for the jihad to come to be. So every monkey will wake up and say, my mandate as I enter office, my mandate is to come and end the Biafra people. It is not to go and end the Fulani terrorism. So Biafrans, don't look our faces. So after all, our faces no be fine boys before and fine girls. Now we were warpers for this internet. So don't look our faces, but take the message that we are giving you. If you don't want what has befallen these elders now, and the children and women of the north, the middle belt, and even Yoruba land, that some of their areas are under siege, come and fund your liberation. Just like my minister said, the DSS of One Nigeria, on hearing the name of our prime minister, they got bombs on their body in the courtroom. And they said, oh, they were searching on the media and they have seen that after they kidnapped Mazin Nnamdi Kanu, that there is another person. There are other persons in the media that are talking Biafra, and they did not go to pick anybody. They say Simonepa. So the message today is for them to know that there are many and more Biafrans in the media talking Biafra aside from Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. So they are going to see more. They will see more. They will see more. Because you guys thought that when you kidnap our supreme leader, lock him up, nobody will come out and talk Biafra again. You will threaten to kill everybody. We will be moved by seeing that our leader is kidnapped, tortured, and beaten to stupor, and then they blindfold and chain him and then wicks him down to Nigeria. Then all of us will run enter bush. Nobody will have confidence to talk Biafra again. But God dragged out our prime minister and told him, it is time for you to pick the mantle. It is time for you to be at the forefront. So Nigerian government are shocked that after they caught our supreme leader's mandate, they saw other people coming out on the media. They will see more. Biafrans, tomorrow is about fundraising. There is no amount of talk that we will talk now that will finish because the talk plenty. The evidence is plenty. But we need to remind every Biafran that if you don't key in now, if you grant the opportunity to the terrorists now, they will take over your communities, and it will be like these communities in Borno State. And there's nothing you can do about it. So now, let us play another video of this lady that is crying to all of you.
Mr. President, a person of Mr. Tinubu, the governor of Benue State, a person of Mr. Hyacinth Alia, the Catholic priest man, and to all the elders in Benue State, Idoma TV and Igede, please, sirs, watch this video. Normally, my name is Senidoma from Benue State. Abio Idoma, gong. And there is a reason behind this video I'm making right now. My people of Benue State, why una go allow Fulani people, herdsmen, to come take over our place? Why? Which kind of money una dey find? For just one day, 70 people fight for Benue State. Herdsmen.
You know the hear am so. For just one day, 17 people buy for Benue State. This is the one she know and she can report. Yesterday, we played a CBS, is it CBN or CBS News or NBS News, where the man that went into the far north was giving evidences of how many people are unalived every day. Why are we connecting these dots for you to understand something? We want you to understand the advantages of having the Biafra Defense Forces in Biafra land. Because without Biafra Defense Forces, what this lady is telling you now, and what the CBS News told you yesterday, and what every other news are telling you on daily basis, the reverse would have been the case in Biafra land. And it would have been worse in Biafra land. Do you know why? Because we don't have elders that can even stand to speak for us. That is why you see that the freedom of Biafrans are in the hands of the youth. Look at the Biafra Defense Forces. These are brave, gallant, young men and women that have gone to school and they don't see work to work. So when they hear of a freedom that will give them liberation, that will give them a future and a hope, that will give them prospects that their children can live up to, that they will now have a legacy, that when you move around with your children, you say, these are my children, this is where I come from, I want you to come down to your grandmother or your grandfather's side so that you come and know. They will be proud enough to come down because one, they know the place is secured. You contributed to the freedom of that place, to the security. So it's going to be a thing of honor for your children to know that my father and my mother, my uncle, my nephew, my niece, my aunt, that they took part to see that there is peace and harmony. Do you want to sleep and wake up and see us coming to analyze and show you how many dead bodies and caskets that Fulani terrorists have killed in Biafra land like this? No, that is not what we want to do. What we want to do is what our supreme leader told you, that ISIS are coming. And what do we need? He said, we need guns and bullets to defend ourselves. This is not time to hide your mouth, to go and hide. You can see thousands and millions of people that the Fulani terrorists are buying every day. Every single day you see it. Every day you see caskets, you see dead bodies. Can Nigerian government help you? No. Tomorrow is our fundraising. Do not only wait until Saturday being the general fundraising or town hall meeting on Sunday or Friday or any other day along the week or Monday before you do something. No. It is your responsibility at any given time to visit the two official websites that we have. Go and make your donations to the Biafran government so that the Biafra Defense Forces can have the logistics to do what? To defend Biafra land. You see that people are running away from their communities in this part of the North and the Middle Belt. Is that what you want to happen in Biafra land? We have men and women that have volunteered their lives. They keep their pleasure and their family and their future luxury aside. They decide to put Biafra first in their own pocket because others are collecting money to put in their own pocket. But what are they considering to be their own? They are considering Biafra. So as this lady is giving you this story now, it is for you to connect the dots. Compare and contrast. If what this lady is telling you now about the Middle Belt and the North is what you want to happen in your own communities. We've showed you heads of elders that were chopped off by the terrorists in their communities in Borno and other places. Continue to listen to this one.
Men carry 17 people, 17 men for Benue State. Another man from another land come to take over our place. As me and you talk so, there is a mass burial going on in Benue State.
Another people from another land, and then they come take over their land. So, nobody even say, now people of Benue or people of Idoma, they fight Igede. Or Tif people, they fight the Ankura people. No, it is Fulani terrorists that what Nigeria brought. They all have AK-47. They have sophisticated AK-47 that you, as a farmer, as hunter in your community, you don't have. So when this lady is telling you, it's an eye opener for you to hear. Stand up and fund Biafra liberation. The money is not coming to Sonny pocket. The money is not going to Honorable Betty's pocket. The money is not going to Honorable Jared's pocket. Neither is it going to APN's pocket. The money is going to the Biafra Defense Forces to get the logistics to curtail this menace so that it doesn't come into our land. Just like our Supreme Leader told you that the terrorists are coming. He started telling you and warning you from 2014. The last voice that you heard that we played here, this was 2018 when he warned you that they will come and take over your lands, turn it to their own. They will pursue you and then you run away.
There is a mass burial going on in Benue State. 17 men die in the hands of herdsmen. The truth of the matter is this. Nothing will not hide. Now give herdsmen approval. Herdsmen Fulani so when they destroy our farm, they buy our people. Elders of Benue State, Idoma TV and Igede now give them approval. Because without an approval, another man from another land cannot just bring cattle to our place. Not just one cow, not two, not three. Cows more than 500, 600, 1,000 cows. Person carry her from your own land when we are not related in any way. Carry her come say, na Benue State the one reside. No. Now must talk truth. Una must speak the truth. And it is when you speak the truth that the truth will set you free. Except una finish all of us for Benue State. Now when this war will end be that. Except una finish all of us for Benue State. But say to allow herdsmen there to come take over our land, my guy, it will never be possible. To allow herdsmen there to they shop our farm. Continuously they shop our farm, my guy. It's not going to be possible. It will never be possible. Lie. As I'm speaking with you right now, Benue State is not safe. We are not safe in Benue State. We are not. They not born us where to they sleep for house. We know they fit sleep for house again. I don't feel remember when last I sleep for my own house. I not fit. I not feel remember when last we sleep for house. We know they sleep for house. You want sleep for house, may herdsmen visit you? No. Now roadside like this, now we they put our bed for night. Roadside now we they sleep for Benue State as me and they talk so. Benue State is not safe right now. Herdsmen, they are on our neck. Farm we know they fit go. House we know they sleep. I say na roadside like they put our bed they sleep for night. Just like Nigerians can never allow a white man or another African man from another country to come rule Nigeria, to be a president of Nigeria. The same way we no go fit allow herdsmen to come Benue State, take over Benue State. You know if it happen, even in their dream. Now why I say if na one finish us, make una finish all of us, but it can never happen. The problem is saying na they poor and they suffer am. Because since when this killing, this KPAI of 18 stars so, they never kill any rich person. Now they poor and they always suffer am. Imagine 17 men buy a day. Governor then they sleep with securities, everything tight. Mr. President, they sleep with securities, everything tight. Their children are in abroad. We there here, they suffer. We know they sleep for our own house. We they sleep for main road. My guy, you know good, you know good, you know good. More tell ourselves the truth. You know good. Now they poor and they suffer and pass. Benue State is not safe. Mr. President, please. Mr. Governor, please. Make una help us for Benue State. Make una help us. Children are suffering. Farmers are suffering. We they suffer. I say food basket of the nation now. We don't get anything for Benue State. I beg. I beg. My Benue people make una share this video. For peace to reign in Benue State. Make them do something about these herdsmen. It's too much. 17 men. 17 men. Mass burial in Benue State right now.
Honorable Betty, you have something to say before we continue?
Well, yes and no. It is just, sometimes I don't know how to put it. If you go on the internet, especially, what's the name of the other one? TikTok and the rest of them, you will see how our people celebrate every weekend. If not marriage this, marriage that. I'm not happy to hear what she is saying. It's very pathetic. And I say, may the soul of all those 17 men and many other dead people rest in peace. They have right to live, but today they are no more. They are no more. Our people, when we are, talking to them this way, is like we are begging them for money for our personal use. No, Onyendu was calling on people all over Africa, all over the zoo, and all over Biafra land. What did they do? They kept quiet. Because if they had done something, all these cries, like what this innocent girl is saying here, the cries will not come. They will have their own men to defend their people. But we that are very fortunate to have this government set up by our wonderful Prime Minister, we do not want to sponsor it. Onyendu told us that it is those who are in diaspora that will bring Biafra by our support. Even when he was in America, he was asking them, can't you people contribute $1? Because some people are just sitting on the fence without realizing that this fence is about to collapse, because the number of them sitting on the fence is making the foundation of that fence to fall. You are waiting when PM will come out so that you will come back, or you're waiting for Onyendu to be released before you come back. But I can assure you that if our Liberation Army go home to wait, like all of you are waiting for Onyendu to come out, we will not have the mouth to be talking like this. So, my people, a stitch in time saves 9. Come tomorrow and join the fundraising. Do something. Don't wait for people to come and remind you of what you're supposed to do in terms of defense. This is what we need now, not party. All these churches, if you see the crowd there, but if the Biafra Liberation Army is not waging war against them, you people should realize that we are the target. because it is only in Biafra land that you don't have Islamic people all over the place, like they have in Benue, they have in Plateau, they have in Abuja, Lokoja, they have in Kaduna, they have in Kano, they have in Zamfara, and they have in Borno. And the two men, the two elders, you can imagine elderly people dying in the hands of terrorists. You don't know when God meant for them, how long God meant for them to live, but they have shortened their lives. And they do it with impunity. And nobody is bringing an action against them for unaliving people. So, my people, don't wait till it gets to what this girl is lamenting about, that they have home, but they don't sleep there anymore. If we do not work hard, my people, we will just be worse than them. Ndị Igbo, ndị Biafra, jisi n'ike ka anyị tụọ ego, eme ngwa ngwa emeghala ọdachi. Maka na ndị a abịagokwa abịa o, fa nọ n'every bush, ọfịa niile dị n'ala Igbo, dị na Biafra land, they are there. Gumi si na fa dị over 9 million. That's what Gumi said. And Gumi na kita na radicalize ndị befa, si ka ụmụaka fa evotu na ndị politician ga-egbu ndị bandit. Jisi n'ike ka anyị na-atụ ego. Onye chọrọ ịtụ ego, you don't have to do it openly. Ndị niile a na-eme party na-epost ya n'ịntanet, tụọ na ego anwa to Biafra Liberation Army ka e wee chedobe anyị. Anyị nwa bụ their target. Anyị melu ndị Fulani n'anya. Unu afụgo ife niile fa na-eme onye ndu Maazị Nnamdi Kanu. Ọ bụrụkwa because na o nwee any offense Maazị Nnamdi Kanu committee, ọ maka na onye be anyị. Unu si na 2023 na Obi ga-abata. Obi win, fair enough. Fanyeli Obi, the answer bụ no. And the fe kwugo na onye Igbo amachinata Nigeria. So kedu ife unu na ebe ahụ eme na-eme sọsọ party every weekend. Nekwa na ife ndị Fulani na-eme everywhere. Onwekwa onye na-asịfa no. Nobody is rebuking them. Jisi n'ike ka unu tụọ ego. Jisi n'ike ka unu tụọ ego na support ndị our men on ground. Ọkwa ife anyị na-ekwu maka ya o. Onwekwa onye a na-enye ego a. Onwere onye a na-enye ego a. Ego a bụ ego eji eme ka ndị Fulani ghara ịbata our land. And the new military man ewete kita si na his main aim kita bụ ịbịa Biafra land, bịa fight and the IPOB. Every time they will be getting somebody new. Fe wetego onye ọfụ kita. Onye nke anwa ṅụọ iyi no Biafra land bụ his next target. So my people, jisi n'ike o. Thank you, my minister. Hello.
Thank you, Honorable. Thank you. And there is a misinformation that one Nigeria DSS has just blown out, and we'll bring it to the screen as we debunk that nonsense, because they are looking for every opportunity to make money and to make people see that they can talk. So we are bringing this to the screen so that everybody can see. Wherever you're seeing this, please make this post that we are pushing out here to go far and wide. Because DSS One Nigeria, they don't want to sleep. They lack information on anything happening to our Prime Minister. So that's why every opportunity that avails itself, they will want to capitalize on it. Now you can see them. You can see them. You can see them. going to make posts and telling you that Simon Ekpa will soon be extradited to Nigeria. Federal government witness tells Nigerian court. So when they lack what to use to garner audience and to deceive the gullibles and to gain more money, this is what they will come to say. As we speak, none of them knows anything about the welfare of our prime minister. They don't know when we, the Biafra Republic government in exile, have visit with our prime minister. When the visit is scheduled, when we have it and come out, whatever communication that we have, those that go and see our prime minister that we approve, they don't know and they don't see anything. They don't have any communication coming out from the table of the attorneys of our prime minister. So they are going kaka. That is why they will sleep and wake up. They will think of what to bring on the table to be able to spark fire so that those that do not understand much of what is happening, they will now go into panic. So wherever you are, this screenshot that we've posted, disregard this misinformation from Nigerian DSS on Twitter. Please make this post to go viral. Share it everywhere so that those that will start having IBP on seeing the misinformation from Nigerian government will understand where it is coming from beforehand. So post it out and let this post that we are debunking this nonsense here go far and wide.
Yes. The
Go ahead.
okay.
Go ahead.
Yeah,
Go ahead.
the issue in this case is that they haven't finished with Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's case, that the extraordinarily rendition. But the basic thing here is that Nigeria or zoo government, they don't have any extradition treaty with Finland. Even if they will go and bribe Finland, it can never happen because Mazi Nnamdi Kanu stands as a very huge precedence to what they can do to anybody that is sent to Nigeria on that grounds. They have no good records on human rights, the way they treat people. I know that I'm angry with Finland for detaining our PM, who is their citizen, for Nigeria, a terrorist country. But the issue is that the court will not allow that to happen to our PM. So some people came to my platform, they asked me, some people called me, oh, is it true? It's not true. Nigeria, they will never tell any story that will please your mind. They will not. So they live on propaganda because Nigeria itself as a nation is propaganda. So let nobody take note of this. Finland has no extradition treaty with Nigeria. They have to go a long process. It doesn't happen overnight to create that treaty before they will come and make application because Finland is now Europe. And as far as I know, European Convention on Human Rights, you have to go through all the processes. If Onyendu were in UK, they couldn't have succeeded in doing that unless Finland walled the world to eat them raw. Thank you.
Thank you. Like I said, Biafrans should understand and hear it when I say it. Nigerian government or their embassy or their foreign affairs ministry or whoever they have as intel that is giving them information from Finland, they do not know anything about the welfare of our prime minister. Anybody that sleeps and wake up and come to the media and start telling you that our prime minister is sick, or is having stomach pain, or is running from toilet to the bathroom, or is running from the bathroom to parlor, or is running from the prison to the toilet, tell that person to go and kiss the transformer. What we don't bring to give you as information from our PM's condition, don't go and take what you see on the media, except you want to die very young. If you want to die very young, you can continue. Yes. If you want to die very young, continue to take what you see on the media to make your reportage. BRGI is the one going to see our Prime Minister and come back and bring message to Biafrans. And when he says deliver the message to Biafrans, we deliver. When he says this one should not be delivered, it should be in-house, we keep it in-house. So, Biafran people, do not allow one Nigeria to kill you with misinformation. What you see on the screen does not exist. But what you can hear from what you see on the screen here, to explain it better to you, is that during the court hearing of today, the DSS official that was interrogated, there was a point which the lawyers asked him, is it only our supreme leader that is talking about Biafra? Is it the talking of Biafra as our supreme leader is talking that has enraged the entire world, Nigeria, that has made the Fulani terrorists to kill people in Benue, cut off the heads of these people in Borno, invade communities in Benue, invade communities in Zamfara, invade in Yobe, enter Kano, enter Kaduna, enter Sokoto, take over 6 and 7 local governments in Borno State? Is it because of talking for a separation or secession of a nation? Is it because of the Biafra that we are talking that the Fulani terrorists are buying everybody in one Nigeria? Is that the reason for all the kidnappings that is happening? The idiot said no. I tell you that the idiot DSS officer that was being interrogated, that was claiming to be giving witness testimony, he said no. So you know that it is no. So why are you now trying to make the case of Biafra to look like a demon when you already have the real demons that are unaliving everybody on daily basis in one Nigeria, and you are not doing anything about it? You turn deaf ears to it. They enter communities, they enter churches, they bomb market, they bomb worship centers, they bomb schools. If we read through the reportage from the court, you will hear all these things as documented by the media. These are the questions that were thrown to the DSS official that came to testify, which they call him codename AAA.
My minister, sorry, I want to interject a little bit. You know, in the UK, a police officer in either civil case or criminal case will come in his uniform, or if he is retired, he will come in his suit and will not be going to look for mask to wear or to stand behind the screen, masked up. I suspect that that man they call a DSS is a Biafran person.
Don't
Because
forget that
I don't,
Mazin Namdekano is seeing them.
yes,
Do you know-
I don't see how a DSS official will be coming to court in mass, hiding his identity. They gave him false name, triple A B something, and he is not being seen. How can somebody you don't see, you don't know, you cannot even confirm that it is this officer that arrested me? They will ask you, cross-question both the defendant and the plaintiff.
Mother Betty,
Yes,
Mazin Namdekano is seeing he's the only one that is seeing the person. Every other person doesn't see them. So all those people, to Mazin Namdekano sees them. So trust Mazin Namdekano. If they want to do anything, maybe they bring somebody to come and lie or do maybe, and it's somebody that Mazin Namdekano cannot identify. Trust him now. So anything they do, it will be a win-win for us, because
yes,
they are hiding their face from us, the audience, and from those that are in the court there. But Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, from his own angle, he is seeing the person. He knows their face, so he's seeing them.
Yes.
And so
So I believe they are calling him BSS to douse the tension. But the truth is that an officer who arrested somebody, why would an official of the government be wearing mask or hiding behind the mask to talk to his the defendant that he caught at the airport in 2006,
2015.
2015 at the airport? You
Anyway,
have to appear as the officer and it will be confirmed. I believe he's a Biafran person wearing that mask and they tell you it's DSS because the judiciary, they are bought over. That sort of thing, I've never seen it happen anywhere.
can I make a comment on this post from Daily Post?
yeah, go ahead on this misinformation. Go ahead.
Yes, Biafrans, all these people, every time they do things, they always expose themselves. My son, do you remember when all these Achikote Akpakara Chingom were saying that Simon Ekpa is paying Daily Post? He paid Daily Post to come and post good things about him. That time water was going on and everything is there. They are seeing it and they are posting it. We know that they are Zoom media. And everything they were posting, that is what they were seeing. Now, Simon Ekpa is not here. You can see what they are posting. Shebi, they say Simon Ekpa is the owner of this Daily Post. You remember that time they were accusing him that he's the owner of Daily Post.
Yes.
He's with Daily Post. He's paying them. Now look at the same Daily Post, the Zoom media. Now, you people don't know that we are whiter than white and whiter than snow. Without our integrity, we cannot get freedom. The reason why Nigeria has been doomed is because Nigeria lacks integrity, that they lack justice, they lack equity, they lack fairness. What can never be allowed in anywhere in the world, they allow it in Nigeria. Simon Ekpa will soon be extradited to Nigeria. Can you imagine? FG witness, task cuts. You see? This is how they expose themselves, and every time they do it, they shoot themselves on the foot. And Chineke will always win. Will always win. So, fellow Biafrans, you always know when they speak all these their lies and all this their propaganda. Now, even what I read from the court today, there was nowhere I heard the witness even say this thing. I didn't even hear them say it in the court today. So this thing is even the court hearing and everything that is in social media, every one of us listening to it. Even the fake witness did not even say it. So where did this Daily Post now get their own from?
Nigeria have to fabricate something. Nigeria have to fabricate something that will suit their narrative.
So that they will not create, they just want to create that hula baloo.
Yes.
Simon Ekpa will be coming and it will become a topic again.
Yes. They have to create that tension in Biafrans. Create that tension and there will be fear. Yes, Nigeria is winning. They are bringing Simon Ekpa tonight. He will come and stand trial the same ways Nnamdi Kanu is standing. So they are going to bring him. That is why we are telling them that there are many Biafrans in the media talking Biafra, aside from our Supreme Leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Because when they asked the idiot in the court, since you kidnap our Supreme Leader, is it only him that is talking Biafra? You don't see another person talking Biafra in the media. They say they have seen Simon Ekpa in the media. They see Simon Ekpa in the media. In the media, they say in the media. They did not see him in Finland. They did not see him in his house. They did not see him in his office. They saw him in the media. In the media, talking Biafra. So there are thousands and millions and many people that are talking Biafra. So if you want to kidnap Simon Ekpa and bring him to Nigeria, be ready to kidnap all the people that are talking Biafra in the media. Yes, because we are many. We plenty. We plenty. So go and do a cross-examination or a analytical check that you press one button and then Every faces of people that talk Biafra will show out on the media. Then start by kidnapping all of them, arresting all of them, all the way from UK, Asia, Europe, America, Africa, Nigeria. Arrest all of them now. Open a very big detention facility so that you can contain them. Because we plenty. We plenty. Honorable Betty, it doesn't matter to us whether it's a Biafran that is speaking behind the screen, or whether it's a Fulani, or whether it's a Malam, or whether it's a Yoruba man. You must remember that even the DSS officer or the head of DSS that was in charge when our supreme leader was arrested, one, kidnapped again, was a Biafran. Was it not a Biafran? The head of DSS was a Biafran. The director of DSS was a Biafran. And then we have many of our Biafran brothers and sisters working there in the DSS. So it's not a rocket science. If the person that led that arrest or that kidnap or that invasion of his house in Afaroko in 2017 was a Biafran, there is no big deal there. They should come and tell. We want them, as they now came with this person and say, I was the one that led the arrest in Lagos. We want to see every other commanders and generals to come and also testify that they are the ones that led the troop to go and massacre Biafrans in Mpo. This one, I am the one that led the troop to go and massacre Biafrans in Emene when they were having their IPOB meeting. Just in a place, so they were not protesting. They were just gathered in a place for their monthly or weekly, Sunday or Saturday or Fridays meeting. I am the one that led the invasion. I commanded the troop in 2017. This is from the battalion that we left. This is the information. We got the information from Abuja. Buhari said we should go. We should bring him dead or alive. They should also bring them, let them come and testify. I think they want to do testimony now. Because yesterday we assumed from videos of the incident of 2017 to let them know that we remember, we flooded it in the media. We remember whatever they are coming up with. Let it come out. So Biafran people, please, we don't want our lands to be overrun by the terrorists, and then we come back crying, wailing, and showing the faces of our babies, women, and children that the Fulani terrorists have unalive. No, we want to have our people to enjoy Biafra land. So the first thing we do is our defense. So come and support the Biafra Defense Forces. Don't stand on the fence. Another thing we also want people to hear and understand, our Prime Minister is healthy and healthy. Nothing is wrong with our Prime Minister. I have seen some misinformation videos making the round where they say our Prime Minister is poisoned or sick, is in the hospital or something like that. Please disregard that nonsense. No, every idiot will wake up in the media and they enter the media just to make money. They want to use the predicament of our Prime Minister for putting his life for Biafra. They want to use it to make money on the social media. There's one thing some people need to understand. The only channel that trends so much in this media, as far as these Biafra affairs are concerned, is a channel where they are doing propaganda and blackmail and slander. Any channel where they are giving you fake news, propaganda, blackmail, and slander, or you post something that is fake, you will see that it will trend more than what is the truth. You will gather like this and you're giving the truth, the way it is. You will not see many people listening to you. But when you start telling lies and you start doing propaganda and blackmail, that is what some people want to hear. Because they will
Yeah,
gather and they will
that,
be hitting the like button. They will push it,
that's true.
support you so that you can destroy them more. This is what many of you have done with propaganda and slander on Biafra, starting from 2012 when Oyendu started. And Nigerian government will be supporting you. The enemies of Biafra will be supporting you. And you allow it to enter you, that devil enter you till even in 2025. So nothing is wrong with our Prime Minister. He's healthy and healthy. He's not sick. He's not having a stomach pain. He is not being hospitalized. He is okay. His Akbobi is increasing day by day. So by the time you see him, you will even say he should give you some slash for you to add to your own. So if you want to see him, what you will do is what will bring our prime minister out very quickly. The woto that we have to increase, the defense of our land, more in the sponsorship of our diplomatic and political jugar. These are the things that will make things happen. It is not cho. It is not gossip, propaganda, and blackmail in the media, please. If you are a Biafran or if you're using your platform to disseminate information, you should not be doing it to the negative. If you have a platform, you have a YouTube channel, you have a Twitter account, you have Facebook, and you're broadcasting and you're talking for Biafra, and you say you support this Biafra government, or you support the Prime Minister, you support the Biafra Defense Forces, have you posted out the fundraising flyer? Have you put that fundraising flyer on your platform, on your screen, to do a broadcast, to do awareness program for like 3 hours or 4 hours? Just as we're talking now, so you see us, we put the flyer on the screen. We are creating the awareness for the fundraising. It is on the screen. You see it now. Somebody that walk past can screenshot this very place or screen record just, maybe even if you want to screen record just 5 seconds or 10 seconds. You see us putting this flyer here. It's talking about Biafra liberation. This money is not coming to Mr. Ejare's pocket. It's not going to Honorable Betty's pocket or Sonny's pocket. It's going to our defense, so that we can curtail that menace of seeing terrorists cutting off heads of our babies, women and children, and our elders. So you have a platform, you are not disseminating this, you are not putting this on the screen, you're not even posting it out as a mere post. You can post something else. You can post your program when you are on a live program, you can post the link, you can post any nonsense you like, but fundraising flyer you cannot post. How do you now expect the people that should be convinced and should get to know about how to make the donations? How do you expect them to know if you don't post anything out? So it is not just you doing broadcasts on daily basis, and then when you come, you say, go and support, go and support. No, post the flyer out, because some people need to see the flyer. Some people need to see the Zoom link posted out on your platform. Some people need to see the website address posted out on your platform. How will you support a government? You support the means of donation to the Biafra defense, then you don't know the website. If a Biafran calls you now and say, give me the website or where do I donate, you will now start calling Sonny. You will now start calling Honorable Betty. You will now start calling Honorable Ajare. But you say you are supporting this government. You should know the website at your fingertips. Except it is not something that you have allowed to become part and parcel of you. Wake me up in the sleep anytime, and I will give you the website address off hand without anything in my hands. Because I have made it to become part and parcel of me. So everybody is a challenge. Share the fundraising flyer. This fundraising flyer, you don't need to wait for it to come out on every Friday or Tuesday or Wednesday or Monday or Saturday. It is written there every Saturday. So you can share this flyer anytime from Monday to Sunday. Share the flyer. Monday to Monday. Share the flyer. Post out the link to the website. When you're talking or doing your program, put it on the screen. Educate Biafrans. Go to the website, share your screen, show them what to do and how to go about it, where they can go and make donations. Everything you need is there on the website. You can make donations through cryptocurrency. You can make with your Visa card. You can make with PayPal. You can make with a Cash App. You can make with Zelle if you're in America. And we are looking forward to see other means that you can also click at your fingertips and then you make donations that are reachably available in Africa. Because like the Zelle and the Cash App, that is in America. So we're looking out to see other services of payment that is very easy to click, that is available in Africa, so that it can also be incorporated. Please do more so that we can get more. Now, Minister Jare, do you have something to say?
Man of God, we are all men of God now because the gospel of Biafra is stronger than any gospel from any pulpit.
Yes, sir.
People of Biafra, you will all be grateful for taking part in this redemption. And every role you play, you will know that actually you have saved a generation. Because just like Mazen Namdekano said, these people will not stop. And we are the only one that will stop them. We are the only one that will stop them. And now that we know that what we are doing is not for our own selfish interest or for our own benefit, every other person is now crying. In the middle bed, they are crying. Ndawusa is crying. In the Yoruba, they are crying. In the Edo, they are crying. All of them are crying. In those people that have kept saying that, don't force us into Biafra. Those from the Kogi, some of them that were saying, no, you cannot force us. Now they are also crying. But you can see that the gospel that they are now banking on is a message from Mazen Namdekan. Have you not noticed that they are no longer criminalizing anybody that is preaching the gospel of Mazen Namdekan and the gospel of Biafra? They are no longer criminalizing them on social media. People are no longer afraid to quote Mazen Namdekan because everything is truth. He said it from the beginning. We will defeat Nigeria with truth. So that truth now has become gospel. It is more powerful than any message from Pastor Adeboye. It is more powerful than any message from Oyedepo. It is more powerful than any message from Kumuyi. It is more powerful than any message from anybody, because you can now see that without your life, you can't even go to church. There are places today that people can no longer go to church. Churches doesn't exist for them anymore. And if you think that where you are, because you can go to church on Sunday, that it has not come and it will not come, just wait. Refuse to support what will guarantee you safety. The only thing that will guarantee you safety is Biafra Liberation Army. I am telling you, anywhere you are in Edo State, in Kogi, even in parts of Benue, the only thing that will guarantee you safety. Now, I am very sure that those people in the middle belt, when our prime minister stretched out the olive branch and even was extending the liberation team to secure their territory, I'm very sure that by now they'll be regretting, why did we not grab that olive branch? Because some of you were saying all manner of nonsense. You will wish now if you had a camp in your neighborhood. I am very sure that's what you will be wishing now. But I have a good news for you. It is not late. General Igwe Butuzo is still in charge. The Ghost Rider is still in charge. The men are there. Men day. What do we need? Namburoka. Men day. And in your neighborhood, if you cannot sleep, we can bring sleep back to you. So it is time for you to come. Look, now it is time when we come on the fundraising every Saturday. We should be hearing people from Kogi, people from Benue, calling us and telling us how we go take Duam. I remember one guy from the middle belt. That time when the heat was on, he was calling me, please, I want to talk to Simon Ekpa. I want to. Now, when it seemed that they took Simon Ekpa away, he just says, you see, now the heat is on. I am sure he will be looking for me now because I think I blocked him that time. I'm sure he'll be looking for me. Some of us that are in the media, the formidable media team of Briggy, you guys are going to see by the time people start looking for you. They'll be looking for your contacts. They'll be asking you, how do we get BLA to come and protect our own village, our own neighborhood? Because the only team that will protect you is this volunteer army that Mazen Namdekanu told you. There is no power, no forces that can defeat a volunteer army. You can't defeat us. Because what we are doing, we do with all our hearts. Some people, some of them have not even seen their village for the past 4 years. Do you think Commander Holy Ghost has seen his family members for the past how many years? Some of them don't even have any family member again. The only family they have is in that hood where they are.
Sorry.
Some of them don't even know how maybe there is a mango tree or odara tree that they used to pick for them every month. They don't know the taste of it anymore because they are thinking of how to protect Biafra land. And they are ready to extend that olive branch again to Kogi, to parts of Benue. Those of you in Edo that have been crying and saying, will not be Biafra, will not be Biafra. Now I'm sure you will be looking for BLA. It is not too late. All you need to do is to fall in. Fall in. Fall in. And now we're going to give you the strategy when you fall in. It's not everything we talk online. Once you fall in and we know that your communities are ready and you are willing to join this movement for your own preservation, then we'll tell you what to do. We'll tell you what to do, because you see, when you were making noise and the 16, you make noise about, you see what they did to you. They don't make noise about when they buy you. There are so many things you need to learn. Our men are sophisticated and they are trained, well-trained, gallant men, well-trained, sophisticated. And now we have to be that way to be able to defeat these jackals. These zoo army, they are nothing but jackals. They don't have feelings for human beings. But we think about you. We think about, that is why you see the liberation team, the liberation army, where they are operating, every one of our people are safe. In fact, when they see them, they celebrate with them. They even go and shake hands with them. Will you dare shake hands with ganja weed? You see the people that are chopping off their head. They are afraid. But our people are not afraid because they know that our own men are angels. You cannot call a Fulani jihadist an angel. Angels show love. But when the enemies of light come, they sniff life out of them. I yield my mic for now. Thank you.
Thank you, Mwachineke. Thank you so much. Biafran people, please and please come and support your liberation. And Minister Onyeka, wait, we are coming to this space because we are putting some things on the screen, so that's why we said some people should look at the screen until we come back to the space. What is it called? Is it the Sahara Reporters? We want the entire world to understand that the woto that Biafra Defense Forces have been doing before now is entering the higher momentum. Yes. If you like, go and report and say that it is armed robbers, Sahara Reporters. Go and report whatever you like. We want everybody to understand that the woto of the Biafra Defense Forces has entered a higher dimension. So every Biafran, wherever you are, please remember to observe 2 kilometers away from every red zone. Red zones are vulnerable and volatile zones of the zoo existence. They are civil defense units. They are checkpoints which they use to extort and to kill us and to disappear our youth forcefully on the road. Also, on those same roads are where they will shield an open way for the terrorists to kidnap you and take you into the bushes. We've watched a video where people were kidnapped on the road. Then some of the people that had to run out of the car, they ran down to where they were police, army, navy, and air force checkpoint on the road. They informed them and said, Fulani terrorists just kidnapped some people from that place and they ran into this bush. They say that the Nigerian terrorist personnel in uniform should follow them into the bush to go and rescue their friends. They say they cannot go inside the bush. They cannot go inside the bush. With AK-47 in their hands, they say they cannot go inside the bush. They cannot go and pursue those terrorists. So all those checkpoints, they are there to work hand in hand with the terrorists of one Nigeria that are kidnapping. The federal the state secretariat, the army barracks, and the police, as a Biafran, exercise 2 kilometers away. You don't know when the angels of light will visit those places. Yes. Because every terrorist and every existence of one Nigeria occupational existence must be fully delegitimized in Biafra land. That is the liberation that we're talking about. The liberation is not in diaspora. The liberation is in the homeland. When Finland had finished the declaration, the formal declaration, listen, the formal declaration that is like the paperwork which we did in Lati in 2024. When they finished that formal declaration, what they did was they go back to make sure they expunge and clear off and send away the remains of the existing terrorist occupational army of Russia. So after the declaration that we had in Lati, where we have to go back to is to go back and fully delegitimize the existence of the terrorists of one Nigeria in our land. No matter how long it takes us, we have to do it. But if we have all the arsenals to do it forcefully and quickly, if it were stipulated to have taken 20 years, we will finish it in 2 years. Biafrans have the capability, Biafrans have the money, Biafrans have the zeal. What we need is the will to bring out your money. Bring out your money to sponsor what we need to defend our land, to send the terrorists away so that you will not come back crying and wailing that your parents, your children, your women have been taken away from your communities and the terrorists have taken over your communities, like you saw in Benue, like you saw in Borno, like you saw in Zamfara and every other part of one Nigeria. Don't make that happen. So the delegitimization, the liberation of Biafra land is in the hands of Biafrans. And we welcome every other armed groups that are standing up and ready to expunge the existence of one Nigeria in Biafra land, without mincing words. The liberation of Biafra is not something that is secluded to a particular set of people. It is a collective effort that we need to do unanimously. So every Biafran, in your own way that you have to do it, while the Biafra Defense Forces do the finishing. So Biafra Defense Forces went to engage some of these terrorists in uniforms that have been killing. Some of you have seen the videos where they burn our women and children in their sleeps. This was done by the Nigerian terrorist army in Enugu, in Okigwe, in Owamama, in Gombe. You've seen all these videos. What did the international community do? What did Nigerian government do? Nothing. Honorable Betty, there is noise coming out from your side. Maybe you just mute your mic until when it's time for you to speak. Yeah, thank you. So if you wait to continue to shout and wail and cry like the lady that was crying here before, that was speaking from Benue, like every other people that have been crying, and like those elders that their heads were chopped off by the terrorists in Borno, your name will be gone, your history will be gone, your memory will be gone, nobody will remember you again. When I mean nobody will remember you again, your legacy, your kindred, your name, it is bye-bye. You will not even see it in history again. So, Biafra Defense Forces will continue to engage every terrorist. In this very video where Biafra Defense Forces posted yesterday that they engaged the terrorists of one Nigeria in uniforms and they neutralized them, what happened? Sahara reporters came to come and do a reportage and then they said it was armed robbers. So we are bringing this to the notice of Biafrans for them to know that there is no amount of discredit that they want or no amount of downplay of reportage that these people want to do that will deter the focus and the agility and the consistency of the Biafra Defense Forces. These are men and women that have arisen to revenge and to liberate Biafra land against the terrorists that have killed their women and children Yes. I will not sit down and watch someone that I've cut off the heads of my sister or my wife or my baby or my mom or my uncle or any of my close ones which I see, and then I will wait for that person to come and cut a second time. No. Self-defense is not a crime. Israel standing up to defend themselves against the terrorists of Hamas is never a crime. But what matters is how brutal you will be to the end, so that the enemies that shot the first gun will be the one to run helter-skelter. That is what the Biafran people have done. The Fulani terrorists started this massacre, right? And Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was just preaching and then calling people and say, these people are coming. Oh. By the time you cross over to Biafra land, we will show you our own madness. So our own madness comes with swag. By the time we start our own madness, the entire Nigeria will come and be shouting Biafra, Biafra. What is happening today? The moment we started and activated our own defense mechanism, everywhere is in confusion. Everywhere is all about Biafra now. Anybody that speaks Biafra, that is the problem. But Fulani terrorists have been massacring on daily basis. Oh, it is not making the news. It is not the topic of discourse on the international media. When Biafran people stand up to defend themselves and to cut off every shield that is shielding the terrorists, that is when the case is coming to the table. So, Biafra Defense Forces have arisen. Share the news, let the message go viral. This is why you need to come and support. What we will be doing now is that every situational update in the war front that the Biafra Defense Forces will do to the terrorists, we will be putting it on the screen for you to see. We will do well not to show the side that has blood or anything gory images. We will just show a part and then pause it. We use it to explain to you that this is the operational update from the Biafra Defense Forces war zone ongoing, so that you will see it on the screen. For some of you that will claim you don't see, since you are blind and deaf. Except somebody will cut his head for you, you will not take it. My Minister Jare just told you now that the Biafra Defense Forces generals, they are not with their families. They have excommunicated with their families for long. Why? Because of Biafra. They put their lives on the line while you are in your comfort bed, snoring, and taking palm wine, taking red wine, chilling with NSC, enjoying the best of whiskey, enjoying the best of nkwobi, enjoying the best of fufu and vegetable soup. While those that are sacrificing their lives are in the bushes, the only thing they are asking of you is what? Logistics. Give them the support. Give them the support. If not, what our supreme leader talked about here, we'll come back to some.
To anybody. From that day, they intensified their bombing. Some of you cannot reason, you cannot see very well because you're blind. But at least you're lucky. You're listening to Radio Biafra. Very, very lucky indeed. I'm telling you the truth. Or else, I can't in your blindness. It is that darkness we've come to shed light on, that you can see properly. If they enter the zoo, I will not command this army. And I need guns and I have the men. I need guns and I need bullets. That's all we need. And then we win. I have been sounding this warning. I've been telling you, you think we are joking. They are coming. Your mothers will be raped. Your sisters will be married off as slaves. I'm telling you that now.
Are you listening? Listen to what is happening today, which Onyendu told all of you. Your mothers will be raped by the Fulani terrorists. Your sisters will be married off. Your lands will be taken over. They will cut off heads of babies, women, and children. Listen to our supreme leader. So that you ask those that kidnap him why they kidnap him. If there is anything he said that was not factual, ask them.
I've been telling you, you think we are joking. They are coming. Your mothers will be raped. Your sisters will be married off as slaves. I'm telling you that now. Right as I speak, write it down. Biafra land will be decimated. Unless we equip this army to defend us. If we don't equip our army to defend us, in other words, if we don't march this year, it will be very, very difficult for us to recover. Forget all this nonsense. All these so-called pro-Biafra groups you're saying, I brought them out to confuse you. Awasa brought them out. That is why they cannot say what we are saying or do what we are capable of doing. These are Awasa groups, and you are not listening. You are not listening. Because the devil has gone into all these idols that you worship. The devil has gone inside you to harden your heart, to blind your eyes that you can no longer see. That day, I will tell you to remember the broadcast of the 8th of June 2015. I will tell you to go back to it. I need guns and I need weapons. If I don't have guns and bullets, the army of Biafra cannot defend your towns and villages. The sooner you get that into your thick skull, the better for everybody. You are black people, you don't reason, I know that for sure. But the sooner you take this very message seriously, the better for everybody. Or else you're finished. ISIS is coming. They will enter the zoo and Chad very, very shortly. Not as Boko Haram, they are coming in as their franchise and as their name dictates. ISIS is coming. If you like, you make haste while the sun is shining, or if you like, you can continue to be dumb and stupid. That is entirely up to you. I won't be there, but you'll be dead anyway. And Radio Biafra will not report it.
I won't be there. You'll be dead anyway. Now, I beg, make some people ask themselves question. Is Onyendu in Benue now? Minister Ajare, please, is Onyendu in Borno State when they were cutting off the heads of those men that we showed before? Is Onyendu in Samfara now? Is Onyendu in Katsina now? Is he in Kano now? Is he in Kaduna now? Is he in Plateau now? Minister Ajare, I beg, carry mic.
My people, you know, they said, my people said in Igbo adage, when the ear is being warned and the ear does not hear, when the judgment day will come, it is not only the ear that will suffer it, the head will go away with it, together with it. You know, sometimes, because I know that Onyendu is on a divine mandate, and I know, honestly, I know, believe me, those of you that are now today singing the praises of Onyendu, Nnamdi Kanu said it, Nnamdi Kanu is a prophet, Nnamdi Kanu said it. Have you ever wondered sometimes and asked yourself, how was Nnamdi Kanu privy to every of these things that are now happening that he told us? Nnamdi Kanu happened to be a very spiritual person. Someone very, very spiritual, connected with God, the maker of heaven and earth. And it doesn't joke with Chukwu Kikabiama. So that means in Nnamdi Kanu's solitary moments, God chooses to reveal to him things that ordinary eyes do not see. So such a person that has such communication with divinity and has humbled himself to that to that level to relate with you as humans and tell you, look, this is a warning from Chukwuki. You heard him in that video. In that audio, he was saying, Uchebe, for record this thing, record this video so that they will be playing it. When it happened, they will know. I begin to wonder, I believe that the God who reveals these things to him, who has given him a mandate to deliver Biafra, which he told you that no matter what you do, Biafra will come. They will kill us, we will kill them, and yet Biafra will come. That means he has come to the point whereby he can negotiate with the maker of heaven and earth. He can decide to tell God, who has given him the privilege to serve his people, he can decide to tell God, these people that have punished us, or these people that have rejected your voice, deal with them this way. He can choose that option to actually conclude on you, because I believe he has been pleading on your behalf so that at least a remnant will be saved. Because with what he saw and what is playing out, if he allows it to go to the end, I'm telling you, if a handful of you is saved, you will be lucky. When he tells you that darkness is coming and that the only place that will survive that darkness is here where you are in Biafra land. And then he asks you, Have you questioned yourself and asked yourself, why do they in Japan, why do they not allow these people that knock their head on the ground, that have already taken over all the places that Mazin Namkanu laid curse on? Mazin Namkanu laid a curse on Britain. Today in Britain, they are boldly telling you we have bought over their churches. We have taken over everywhere. And now we are going to take over their land. They are telling them, Korokoro. They are even saying it on the street boldly. Some of them are saying it in their parliament. And they have even given them years. I was listening to one of them in Australia. He told them that between now and the end of 50-50, Australia will now belong to us. They are confident telling you. Mazin Namkanu laid a curse on Britain. How did he do it? He said, remove your hand from Biafra. Do not interfere, because if you allow this thing that is happening against Biafra to continue, hey, Britain will become, in fact, worse than Janjaweed land. Look at Britain. In some territories in Britain now, they are arguing, they are contending whether or not they should allow Sharia. Or I'm telling you that, in fact, Sharia people have upper hand in some areas in Britain today. Go to France. In France, they will cover some streets on Friday. They will close major roads. You cannot travel. If you were supposed to travel that day, in fact, sit at home is even better than what is happening in France. Sit at home in Biafra land is better than what is happening today in France and the United Kingdom. Onyendu laid a curse on them. And I'm telling you, those of you that think that Namikano will suffer, he will die. If not for the mercy of God in his heart. Because sometimes I wonder what goes through his heart when he's on that solitary moment with Chukwuka Kabiama. And still on that is Fendi. Who washes that Fendi for him? I don't know. Because sometimes I wonder the kind of miracle that's happening in Namikano's life. Because I didn't see anywhere they ordered for another Fendi for him. Hey, for 40 years, the Israelites, they were wearing the same garment. It did not tear, it did not wrinkle, they didn't need a tailor to fix it. Are you not seeing that miracle in Mazin Namkano's life? And you still consider him a normal human being, an instrument of heaven, sent for you to be delivered. And he was even so humble to come to you in America and told you, $1, $1, just $1, Biafran. $1, will he kill you? And some of you, when we gather here, some of them, I see them in the comment section. Yeah, I did it because of donation. Donation. Look, if any one of us here have ever tampered into donation, in fact, nothing in this life will ever work for us. And you know it. But because you are agents of Fulani, you will only come here and comment section. Hey, they are looking for donation. I'm looking for donation for what? To build a house or to buy a car? Nnamdi himself did not own a car. He didn't own a house in UK. He didn't own a house in UK. Everything you ever put in, it goes into the liberation. And now we desperately need to do this and to finish it off. Let's end this thing once and for all. We must not allow any other blood of a Biafran to be wasted, because any Biafran that dies now is a waste, and we can stop it. So why do we allow that waste of blood of innocent Biafrans that shouldn't go down? We know what to do. Then why are we not doing it? And we're waiting for, is it until they come to your backyard and then they catch your grandmother, even catch your fowl and goat and use it for pepper soup? Is that why you will know that this thing is real? I yield my mic briefly for now.
Yes. Thank you, Minister Jerry. And we will be rounding up because we don't expect to stay for too long. But let's show something to the screen in line with what our Supreme Leader has just said. I don't know if I need to put this on a different page so that we can zoom it. We want people to see the media reportage of the massacre in line with what our Supreme Leader have just explained. Some of you need to see the media reportage on the massacre of one Nigeria so that you come back and ask our Supreme Leader if he is the one doing it from where he is now. Because I love some of the questions that were coming out from the court today. The attorney that was drilling the one Nigerianese DSS official, they asked him series of questions. And I had questions like, is it Mazi Nnamdi Kanu that is fighting for Biafra, or the cause for the separation of Nigeria that is causing all the mayhems and all the killings in Borno, in Zamfara, in Katsina, in Benue, in Niger? So, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu just explained something to us here now. That when it will be happening, he will not be here. Oh. During Buhari's reign, over 100,000 are the numbers that were recorded to have been massacred. These are what? Christians. There's something some people need to understand. Buhari has finished his reign, has gone, right? Does anybody dare to visit that reportage from that newspaper that carried 100,000 Christians massacred under Buhari's watch? No. It has become history. It has become story of yesterday, right? Nobody's taking it to heart. It has gone just like that. Chai. Now, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is in court, and questions were thrown. These are some of the questions that were thrown. What you see here, in line with the prophecy of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's message of 2018, and these are the exact questions that were thrown today in court. The lawyer was asking the man that said he is the DSS man that came to testify against Mazi Nnamdi Kanu for One Nigeria. Question was posed, is it the call for separation of Nigeria that is causing this massacre of 515 in Borno State? And then the man said no. Is it the call for separation of Nigeria that is causing 408 massacre in Zamfara? He said no.
Mazi Sonny, the figures you are quoting, please remind them that it is just for the first quarter of this year. Oh.
Yes, and this is not even accurate. This is not accurate.
First quarter, January to March, just first quarter.
January to March. And these figures you see here, they are inaccurate because One Nigeria can never get accurate figures to give you from the epicenter of whatever happens in One Nigeria. Why? Do you know why? They have no database. So Nigeria cannot even tell you how many people are domiciled in Borno State from 2023 to December 2024. So they cannot tell you the exact number of people now that have been unalived within December 2024, or those that have been unalived within January 2025 to this very day. They can't tell you the exact figure. So everything you see here are just assumption numbers. They can't get all the figures because they have no database. If they had database, they would have known the numbers of persons living in a particular geographical area. And when they hear that there is problem, they know which place to go, the exact place. They will use their map to map out. They will use drone to determine how they can be able to attack and to bring down the terrorists. So when you now look at what is here, they say first quarter of January to March, you now see at least, so at least 2,000 dead reported. At least 2,000. And then it is a normal thing. It is not something that should be shocking the foundations of One Nigeria. So Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was asking in that audio, he said, when it will be happening, I won't be there. Oh. It is not me that will be killed. Oh. That is what he said. Oh. Can you see it now? As it is happening now, these 515 figures that they put on this paper, is it Mazi Nnamdi Kanu that is killed there? No, it's not the one. At least 2,000 dead reported. Is it Mazi Nnamdi Kanu baby that is killed there? No. Is it his mother that is killed there? No. Is it his wife that is killed there? No. Is it his brother that is killed there? No. Then they went down to split it. They told you 892 na civilians, 8 na armed robbers, 42 na kidnappers, 66 na cultists. Boko Haram, they come put 232. Hey! They come put bandit 400. So we have bandits in Nigeria. Then we have terrorists. We have armed robbers. Then we have bandits. We have Boko Haram terrorists. And then Boko Haram terrorists, to one Nigeria, is different from the bandits. It's different from the terrorists. They give them different brands of names. Then they now put the Lugawa terrorists. Minister Jare, come and give your closing remarks because we are shutting down the studio so that we can continue on space. Give your closing remarks because we are rounding up. We can't hear you.
I muted myself. Fellow
Okay.
Biafrans, as we go to the space, please, we need to know that we are a choosing generation. We are not going to die in their deliberate war to conquer. That is to say, we are going to ensure that going forward, these reports, as they will be reporting it, you see these civilian deaths, we are going to make sure it doesn't happen in our territory. We're going to make sure that every figures that will be happening going forward will be circled on Boko Haram and bandits, then soldiers. And then if you are a Biafran and you are still stiff-necked and you are joining Nigeria bandit terrorist army, we're going to count you as a loss already. Already, if you're a Biafran as a soldier, we already counted you a loss. So, for us, the civilians, you will be secured. And please, we're going to ensure that. And the only way to ensure that is to make sure we do the needful. Please do not listen to some idiots that are talking rubbish and telling you this. So, please, we're going to make sure that this shift is going to be in our own favor, for our own good, to preserve every Biafran life. I'm telling you, look, Biafran lives must be valued more than any other thing. Because each Biafran, every Biafran, you know what you mean, the value you have. These people have no value for lives. Did you not see that when they are saying that their desire is to die now and to tie people for their jihad and tie more, and when they die by themselves, they want to come back again and continue to tie people and tie people. But we are thinking about making sure that people are alive, that you live and live and live. The sanctity of life is our major concern. So because of that, we're not going to allow ourselves to be hoodwinked into believing in this damn nonsensical Nigeria. Please, let us join the numbers of those that are equipping our men that have volunteered. You cannot carry these instruments, but those that have volunteered to carry it and their lives, putting their lives on the line, the least thing we can do is to encourage them. And I know we are going to do that, to encourage them. Thank you very much. I see Kevin Temple saying, I am in. And may every Biafran hearing our voice tonight, may your comment and your desire tonight be that you are in. And once you are in, you are blessed. It can only get better for you. It means that both spiritually, physically, and in every ramification, Chukwu Kabiama will sustain and preserve you. As we will go to the Zoom, to the space, this is where I yield my mic. Thank you, fellow Biafrans. We love you all.
Thank you, Minister Jare. As we continue on space, Mr. Goodinamba, over to you there. Biafrans. We know what we want and what is our problem. The West will not come to our aid if you don't start doing something. If you ask yourself the question, Are the West not aware of all the people massacred in one Nigeria since 2006? They are aware. Then you say, why are they not coming to do something? That means you don't understand how politics works. The West have no power to come into your country to come and start fighting for you. No. It is your responsibility to wake up and start fighting for yourself. When you fight and fight and fight, you take the case to them, you seek their support, they will come. But if you are sitting down wailing and crying like what is happening in Kano, what is happening in Borno, in the entire north and middle belt, the West will continue looking at you and they wait until when they see that there is a victor in the genocide, they will come to align with the victor in that genocide and start asking of how do we get your resources? Because their own is all about what they will get that will benefit them. Uh-huh. So it is incumbent on you to defend yourself. Activate self-defense. It is a universal human right. Nobody has to take it away from you with fear of any kind. Nobody should threaten you and say they will arrest you, they will lock you up. So you think that when you say you will lock our prime minister up or you will lock our supreme leader up, that will scare us and then we will not talk about Biafra again. We will not have the balls to come out and pronounce that we will carry weapons to defend ourselves. Oh, but Fulani terrorists, you will allow them to use the media and tell you kudu that they will carry weapons, they will kill, they will enter your communities, they will rape your women and children, they will cut off heads, they will take off communities. They will kidnap, kill, and then collect the money. Then they'll come and showcase the money in the media, wave it to your faces. What are the West doing about it? Nothing. So your defense is in your own hands. Don't wait for the West. No. Arise and do the needful. I salute all of you. Minister Nkudi Namba, I don't know if you're there. If you're there, you pick the mic. And those that want to say something, you can come up to the mic and pick the mic as we continue.
Honorable Minister for Information and Communication, to the Briggy, Biafra Republic Government in Exile, Honorable Sonny Abarawa. Thank you so much. Thank you, sir. And his deputy, Honorable Chamaka Jere, aka Pastor Bam Bam Bam, Apokoti Uraki 1. And other ministers like Honorable Minister Betsy Ford and Fire Vision. Thank you for your good works. Thank you, Minister Honorable Minister Biafrans. Thank you for your good works. Yes, I am very, 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 very ready. Absolutely ready. Come what may. I told some Biafrans, those who care to know, the only death worthwhile to me, honorable death, is why doing this. My anger will be me dying without doing something in this aspect, without destroying these invaders and their enabler. Having this to destroy them is achievement to me. The death, why doing so, is honorable death. So don't fear death, fear no one. They pursue you outside, they run from outside, they come. Pursue you from the north, they run in the north. In the west, they run in the north. They come to your own land again, you run. That means you don't deserve to have that aleze. Or where do you think is aleze? Is that your ancestral land? That land of your progenitor, that is your aleze. If you run for the enemy in your land, you don't deserve to have that land. You fight till last man standing. And because of a speech of Minister for Information, he says something about Sahara Reporter. Because we must call a spade a spade. I saw somewhere it goes about doing giving speeches as if he cares about, or he actually want the peoples to be freedom, the people's freedom. But when he report things about Biafra, then I began to ask my question. So whether you not aware that all the terrorists are supposed to be in maximum prison, hiding terrorists, We are being tagged repentance. Thousands. And not just repentance, they are being integrated into the military, police, DSS, Special Force, ABG, Ebubagu, Udogashi, SAS, Civil Defense, Navy, Air Force. And 99% of them are in Biafra land. Terrorists in uniform. So when you see the angel, the retrained soldiers with rule of engagement that you have seen their video, they release even Oduduwa soldier, what alive, and the one of Fulani Man Air Force. They never go after innocent people. But this terrorist, when you see it, you call it armed robber. Who are the armed robbers that attack them? So if you are aware of all this report and you keep quiet, that means you are hypocrite. Stop deceiving yourself. Stop. That one is aside. I saw a news where they say that a British soldier caught for smuggling arms to Nigeria. Who did they smuggle the arm to? We are not ignorant of that. They are the one. They are in the so-called near Sambisa forest training all this giving training to all these terrorists. British forces they are giving them training. We are aware of that, so it's not new to us. Britain has continued supporting them, supporting the Fulani lapdog to continue their evil, continue displacing and massacring indigenous people. And after much, our people will not read the handwriting on the wall, or they will not read the line and analyze the line and know the people they need to distance themselves from. All the king of Christians has Buckingham Palace spoken. I don't you know that the Prince Charles is the one that appoints the head of Anglican and the bishop and archbishops. He's the head. Have they spoken? Tomorrow you pay tithe and the tithe will be given to them. When we say some of you will come to talk trash, you think that I'm looking at your face. Tomorrow you contribute money to give to them. Why Christians are being massacred? They're not talking. One of them in Nigeria was among those who kidnapped Alida Mazinankan. Even when they come, he said that our leader was kidnapped in a hotel room with a woman. A bishop said this. We tell you these people, they are not what you think they are. Let me tell you, look at what I will tell you. Just I want to look at this. Do you know that if 10 million people now block roads today now, in next 48 hours, I'm telling you, everything we are fighting for will come true. Do you know that? No army, no military will dare shoot at 10 million people. How many bullets will we carry? He will not dare. But it won't be possible because the people you call that you own and everyone, they will condition your mind. They will discourage you, but they're supposed to let that kind of protest if they are truly servant of God. Desmond Tutu fought for freedom. King Jr. fought for freedom. The apostle of old fought for freedom. But these ones now, they are grassroots agents of divide and conquer, being used to deprive people from having unity of purpose and tackling their common problem. This point in time, I am telling you as a youth, if you love yourself, if you love your people, if you love your land, let nobody deprive you from uniting with your people and fighting your common enemy. Let alone say that a pastor or a religion, anything. If only that kind of thing deprive you from doing so, that means Nigeria will happen to you, and the land will not, will not be forgiven because the land will put you to a destruction. Enough is enough. If these men cannot talk by now, when are they going to talk? They enable us. They enable this situation. I remember when it started. If they had encouraged you that it is your duty to go after those who massacre your member, if they massacre 5, you massacre their own 20. Don't look for trouble. But if they massacre your own, go after them. If they can get that boldness in you and use those money used to buy private jet to procure, get license and train private security, even if pump action. But rather will tell you fast and pray. They are the enabler And I'm saying here categorically, without apology to anybody, they are the worst enemy of our people. Because they enable this situation. They enable it. You'll be surprised that they are dining with it, that Adebayo is dining with the Sultan of Sokoto. You'll be surprised that Suleiman is dining with Sultan of Sokoto. You'll be surprised that the Bishop of Onaga is dining with Sultan of Sokoto. And many others. Now people are being massacred. They are controlling our women in name of Christian mother. Now, Father, controlling their mind. No longer respect to their husband. Anybody you are giving respect, you don't give to your parents. You are the problem that is happening in that family. If you are giving anybody respect, any respect that you don't give to your parents, because after you poke again, next is your parents. Any respect you don't give to your parents, you don't give it to anybody, any other person outside. Nobody deserves it. And any respect you don't give to your husband, no other person deserves it. You must call a spade and stop contributing to something that leading to what we're suffering today. Enough is enough. You see these people, these enablers in our land, none of them will go scot-free. And if you are waiting for them, it hurt me when some people will see something that is obvious. You will I'm calling on the president, calling on the governor, the government come to a rescue. That lady from Benue. What is it difficult? What makes it difficult for you to understand that the people you are calling are the enabler of what you're suffering? They are the sponsor of what you're suffering. When Autumn created security and spent money, many of Barney bought from innocent, and the late Buhari imposter refused to give him license to procure weapon. Then those security collapsed. What makes you think that any other governor, senator, or PG or whatever will come to rescue? Nobody. So also no security group that is under anything that's loyal to Abuja will ever protect you. In fact, the governor self, they cannot protect themselves. Some of them are caged, and some of them are part of the problem. They are not your blood. If you don't want to reason this, then that's your own. Some of them are not your blood. Like I said last time, and I will say it again, so that you mark it. And that is if you fail to do what you're supposed to do. This set of governors that are now, if you allow them to finish and the election hold again, the next people that will enter in the so-called Southeast Assassinats are 100% Fulani blood. Forget about the name they will bear. Forget about the language they will speak. They have trained them. The one in the Imo State, the so-called Imo State, his name is Solomon Njoko. He's a lawyer. He's a 100% Fulani man. He was studying in Igbo land. And the one in Anambra probably may be this brother to this Hukopian, Alimatu Abubakar. His brother that was born in Oga, grew up in our land, speaks our tongue very well. So also in other states, Zoo created illegal states in Biafra land. And when they enter, they will be the one to install Emir, then Sharia. Finish. If you allow that to happen, you are gone. You are gone. We're not here to mince words. We are here to tell you truth without minding who's the God. And anybody who sees a lie, let him come and debunk it. Let him come and challenge the truth we are speaking. Because we have millions of untold truth. We don't have time to propaganda. And as for you, who claim you are fighting for Biafra, you only come to use Biafra content to make money by disseminating lies, propaganda. You don't remember that no freedom fighter in the world that ever consumed the life that Biafra have consumed since 1940s to date. Tell me country that have lost 5 million children. Let's forget about adults. 5 million children and pregnant women. Tell me a nation have lost that in their freedom fighting. And it surprised me when our people will pray, say that somebody who they kill, they take his life to rest in peace. How can the person rest in peace? What kind of prayer is that? How can the person rest in peace? They can never rest in peace until justice is done, and their justice is Biafra restoration. Their spirit to come through hovering and pushing those against their justice, pushing them where they will be destroyed. When you are obstructing Biafra freedom, you are obstructing their justice. That is what you're doing. And their spirit will push you where you'll be destroyed. You don't come to use Biafra to make money. If you use it to make money, no problem. But don't disseminate lies. And if you're making money, they don't need to remind you that you ought to pay tithes to Biafra government because we're still within money. If you're not Biafran, as for you who are Biafran, you're supposed to pay tithes, pay your ability tax, and also contribute free will donation. Your ability and tithes is separate if you're making money with Biafra content. Like the what's it called? Biafra Unite. Making money you are making, you don't contribute and you open your mouth to talk trash. Remigius, you are trying, but you don't pay, you don't make it. If you are making the money you are making, I will be contribute 50% of it or more than what we're doing. Let us stop deceiving ourselves. Let us stop that. Enough is enough. Think you need to come and talk is that you are doing is enough. All these people are talking here. Those are ministers that are talking. They are putting money, putting their time, they and everything, and all of some on the space. Do you think anybody in space that are talking, they're not contributing? How can you be making that kind of money and not contributing? Who are you deceiving? Let's call a spade, though. So, Biafrans, you must understand this time around is not the time you will have Zoo Bank and we are talking about money. Let me tell you, if you fail to bring that money, I'm telling you, hey, although the day will happen, Shem may not let you, may not allow you to speak it out because we are warning you. The only place you can save your money now is Biafra Bank, Bank of Biafra. Yes, you can use it to buy Biafra coin and take it, or you can loan us. You can loan the government with promise of 100% interest. Okay? Yes, the money you keep in Biafra Bank is well secured. Everything about Biafra government is well, is very, very powerful. Okay, if you think it's something that is built on a sandy soil, the zoo would have, Musa would have used the hackers they have hired to hack everything. But they have tried everything, no way. They have tried our bank, our coin, our site for donation, everything. If you do think they haven't tried, they have tried with different crackers in the world, the highest. It did not work. So you should understand that everything about the government is solid. So if you have any bank in Zoo liquidate now, who are you going to hold as a Biafran person? Just like as they destroy your houses in Lagos, who are you going to hold? But if a Ghanaian person building in Lagos, before they will destroy it, they will compensate as long as they have his documents, because they know that the government of Ghana will react. But you, who is going to react for you? Your property itself as a Biafran, as soon as Biafra is restored, Biafra government will fight to get compensation for some of you even those of you now they destroy property now in Lagos. As long as you hold the document, Biafra restored, Biafra government will bring the case out and will be compensated. I don't know how some of you reason. So because of that nonsense, some of you want us to lose our ancestral land. Don't you know that my life, 50 million of me, that land is more important than 50 million of me. Don't you know? That instead of that land to lost, we lost another 50 million. Let the remaining one continue to multiply because that land has no duplicate. It has no duplicate. It cannot be compared with World Bank 100. Yes, not because of the resources, but because that is where the place that guarantees the sustainability of our race and continued existence of our race. If you lost that place, our race is exterminated because it may be going in your blood, but things that makes you who you are, those your cultural identity that makes you who you are, when they see you, they know that this is a Biafra, but this is an Igbo person. All those things will be taken away from you. You can no longer practice it. Then those identity you wear, you are slave to them. Then those who conquer you, that take you over, those who survive, they will put you anything they want you to be, you will be. The language they want you to speak, you speak. How they want you to dress, you dress. So that place that gave you the right to do what is indigenous to you, what is ancestral to you, you are without anybody disturbing you. If you lost it, everything is gone. So don't think we value any other thing that is on top of that. That land is what to value. You can destroy every structure you see there tomorrow. So instead of you building a nation sense there, use that money, invest in what we're doing. Invest here if you are sensible, if you are reasonable. Okay? Invest for your children. This is the best investment. Stop wasting money. Say you're building nonsensical hotel without sewage system. As long as you have a place you can lay your head. Thank you, Biafrans. Please, if you want to speak, you come to the mic and raise your hand. I will give you the mic. Thank you. This time around, we are not here to talk much. What we need is action. And some people can say, when our government, if you have not supported the defense forces, don't ever open your mouth to ask them, to ask where they will do this, where they will do this. Only those who are bedridden, or those who are in prison, or those who are disabled. But as long as you're not disabled, you are an adult, you are inexcusable. Our defense forces rejected, commanders rejected all you well. Or rejected all you well because of you and I. They rejected all you well. And you don't want to, we want to beg you before you provide them what they use. If they collect all you well now and that said forget their slavery, what will you do? What will you do? And let me hear any of you, like I won't know what you do some days ago, some days back. And next again, I've seen the person, I will swear for that person. Because I don't swear for anyhow, but when I swear it happens, then you can try. Enough is enough. If you don't have evidence, don't allow the enemies, the infiltrated blood in our midst, who speaks our tongue, pretend to be us to deceive you. Because some of you who are deceiving you to hosting party to distract you. Some of them that are doing those things, not your blood. Yes, if you are true blood of son of the soil, watch those who you are mingling with. Because he will surprise you after much. Hey! Oh, I'm not going to by then it becomes too late for you. Now, look down, be talk less, be alert, observe very, very well. Very, very observant. That is what you'll be doing anywhere you are now in Biafra land. Thank you for having me. Yes, my minister, thank you so much for
Yeah,
giving me this opportunity.
just to let us know that we have to end the space on top of the hour. So on top of the hour, we'll bring the space down. Thank you. Continue, please.
Thank you, sir. Can you hear me?
Loud and clear.
Thank you very much. Greetings to you, my information minister, our deputy information minister, Minister Betty Ford. I salute every one of you. My greetings go to our leader, Mazinam Dekano. In fact, I'm here to tell him thank you. Thank you for not allowing the enemies to come and devour us. I just want to say thank you, sir. Thank you to our Prime Minister once again for standing tall when the enemies collided to kidnap our leader back to the zoo. Thank you very much, sir. And I thank you, every one of you that stood tall when the enemy struck again to make sure they remove our Prime Minister away. I thank you, the three wise men who stood by the gates that the enemies will not devour us. God bless every one of you, sir. Because with what I'm hearing, with what we are seeing today that is happening in the zoo, there is nothing like a country there. Even the zoo is better off. It is better off. There is peace in the zoo more than where we call a country, where people are assuming they are living in a country. No, they are all living in a grave. It is only taking time for anyone that will just come and pick you up and go slaughter you and put you in your early grave. That is what is happening in the zoo. And our people are still waiting for anyone to call on them to come and support for their protection. I pity every one of you. I pity you because really you don't know what is coming for you. At least by now, all Biafrans, when we say all Biafrans, not just Biafrans, all indigenous living in that geographical location should know that it is only our liberation army that will save them. This is not time for hatred. This is the time for you to battle for your survival as an indigenous person, because Nigeria, as you see, it has expired. And there is contention now for who is going to take it. And the Fulanis, they have used Buhari to come and take over it. He opened the door for all the Fulanis to come into Nigeria because they all knew that 2014 was the expiring date of Nigeria. So you, that an indigenous person, that you have nothing, like no defense mechanism for you to defend yourself, come and align with Biafra Liberation Army. Come and align with Brigade government, because it is only there that you will have your safety. Come and align with us. No time to waste. The more you waste time, the more you are drawing close to your early graves. This is what I'm just saying there. You can imagine the Benue people, they are no longer sleeping in their houses. Some have not even got into their village for years. They have no place to live anymore. Is that where you call a country? Is that where you are still hoping for election in 2017? I don't know what is happening to our people any longer. And yet we still have some Fulani breed among us that we still go and be betraying, sabotaging everything that we are doing in the names of kings, in the names of Ohaneses, in the names of governors. It shall never be well with every one of you. What a pity. What a pity. This is sober reflection. You have to know that you have nothing to save yourself, and they are not going to stop. They must surely come to you in your village. Look at Edo State is gone. Yoruba land is gone. Or your state is completely be taken over. They are all crying. Nobody to save them. But Tinubu is fighting for 2027 election. Guys, it is time you raise whatsoever you think you can sell or whatsoever you can do to support this freedom. Please come up. Do not allow anybody to deceive you. Do not allow this mad woman to deceive you that Weasel will be able to save you or liberate you. I just want to put this out. Thank you once again, our ministers, for standing tall for us to survive this. I appreciate every one of you. Thank you. I yield my mic.
So much. Thank you, my lady. Thank you. As long as we are here, we are alive, this generation of ours, it will never happen. Our land can never be taken. Yes, we mean it, and the Fulani know that. And one thing I'm telling them is that for them to enter Biafra land, if they don't be careful, they will lose that north where they occupy already. Because if they are looking for Fulani country, a state in the north is larger than the whole entire Biafra territory. We call us dot, then they want to take the dot away from. How dare you? To tell you that they are greedy people, those who don't have mercy, we need to follow them with extraordinary aggression that what they bring for us, more than what that, and if they acquire our people 5, will acquire their own 10. And I'm talking to my people, Christian people, brothers and sisters. Gone were days when they will acquire your own person. You begin to do. If you acquire your own person, one, be ready, expect the worst and prepare for the worst. Thank you. Please, you have the mic, hardcore.
Yes, so my people, greetings to everyone. Greetings to our able Minister of Information, the Okonkondem of our time, Mazi Sonny Abarawa. Greetings to you. To Mazi Raf Ajere, the Honorable Deputy Minister himself, I thank you for your efforts, mostly for your detailed explanation of the court proceedings yesterday in your page, on YouTube page. It was very, very interesting. When you look at that, you will know that the zoo have already lost the case. Unless if there is any other thing they can bring up. But I'm saying nothing. Because everything that is happening is to our own favor. Also, my greetings to our APM, the gentle and silent achiever, the man them I call Mazio Genkere. Ebon to you, sir. You are doing amazingly well. To all the ministers, I thank you all. Mazio Nyeka, Onuogene, I thank you. You are doing well, amazingly well. Your efforts is being recognized. And to all hardcores who, in all they do, they must visit this space always to make one or two contributions to educate our people. You all are doing well. And to Mazin Namu, the Okuchuku Kano, Wafamoro, the Prince of Afaruku Ibeku, may Elohim continue to protect you. May Elohim continue to guide you. May Elohim continue to be with you. At the end, victory is yours. And at the end, Biafra will come. On this topic today about defending our land, funding BDF, and also to add more voice on this particular period of case going on regarding to our leaders, both Simon, our Prime Minister, who I also forgot to remind him, may the Almighty God protect him wherever he is. On this period, whatever that is going on in the zoo is no longer hidden. It's as if people are like, the situation in the zoo is like lining up people, and you are calling them, when you call their name, they come, you cut off their, you buy them. You call their name, this person call buy them. And the other ones on the line have the opportunity to run. But because of what somebody told them, they are remaining there. In other words, some people prefer to die than to get their freedom. And for those who so much believe in what their pastor is saying, I want to ask you, where is your faith as a Biafran, apart from Christianity? I remember those days we were in catechism, yes. They say, no okwukwe bụ onyinye mmụọ Chukwu ji eme ọgọ nke na-enyere anyị aka n'ikwerenụ ghara ịtụ egwu n'ife ọbụla Chukwu egosina. All those things as of, I think when I was 7 or 8 years old, those things are still in my brain. It's a gift that God has given to you to believe in Biafra and do not be afraid for whatever that is in your present, and to defend your land, that which belongs to you. But the interpretation is giving you another sense of reasoning. That is why someone is begging you to come. Please come, let me save you. It's high time we wake up, Biafrans. Look at what is going on in Syria today. The Syrian government has been occupied, fully occupied, just like Onyeka is telling you that the next election, governorship election, is going to be full Fulanis in all the Biafran land. They have prepared them, they have planned them. This is how they manipulate and take over Syria. Initially, it was in Syria government, you will see Christians, you will see Muslims, and they were doing it and doing that. And currently now, you cannot see any single Christian in any position, in any office, in any government parastatal in Syria. And this is no longer terrorists going to kill Christians. It is government, military government on uniform going to Christians' house one by one, killing them. And if we don't take time, that is the stage we are going to go into. And when Israel rise, the international community begin to fight against Israel. And that takes me back to what our Minister of Information said, that nobody, the West is not coming for you. Have you heard them talking about anything? All this killing that is going on. When you talk about Roman Catholic, Anglican Church, when you talk about Roman Catholic, Anglican Church in the whole of Africa, there are more in Biafra land. But have you heard anybody from England or from Rome speaking or urging international community to move in to see what is happening to Christians? every Sunday. You iron your clothes, dress like angel. You go and contribute to them. And when they raise that money, they use it, instead of to use that money to better your life, they use the same money to support those who are killing you. Those who came to your land and give you Bible and give your enemies gone. While you are bending down, reading it, they are taking what belongs to you. And when you raise up your head, you are gone. When are we going to start taking things serious? When are we going to take this freedom serious and know that this is the only hope that we have? If you have children, just ask yourself, is this the situation I'm going to live for my children when I'm gone? As in, this generation, you know that they don't even have sense of reasoning like us. This generation, you know that all they do is they can even be moving around with their handset and finally we grab them from back. This race is led for me and you, and we're the last generation that will fight it. We're not living it for anybody. If what you are doing is not right, if you think we are playing, what do you think that makes them to spend all the money, do all the lobbying they did to go and arrest our prime minister? What do you think that made them to spend all the money, charter a private jet to kidnap Ohamadike from Kenya? If what you are doing is not right. They are doing all this to stop you because you are fighting a just cause, a justified war to regain your freedom. I will always make reference with a Traore. Most of us here senior that young man. But he refused to chicken out. He said over his dead body, he said, you see, my people, my people must survive. Enough is enough. Okay, see the system now. Oh, he's a dictator. He's using the gold to protect himself. Let us come in so that we can make democracy. See the brain. Oh. The same people that is coming in to bring democracy to Burkina Faso, they are the same people that is watching Christians dying in Biafra land in northern part of Nigeria, and they are saying nothing. They are the same people that is watching Congo being slaughtered. They are watching this massacre in Sudan. Those areas are not their interest. The place that are interested is where they will get gold and other resources that they need. This is the mentality of those who gave you Christianity. They gave you the faith that when you die, you go to heaven, and you are struggling for heaven. While they are busy building the latest mansions, designing the latest community development, building paradise on earth. You that is living in a swamp, you are struggling to go heaven. Support Biafran Liberation Army because that is the only hope we have. We have no other hope. We don't have any other hope. The reason why our land has not been ransacked is because of BLAs. They are scared because they don't know how prepared we are. And I swear they will never know. Until what we hit them is going to hit them. Let us support our men. Sometimes even if I don't have, sometimes I put my last card. No matter how little it is. But you mostly those of you in Biafra land, every weekend you close your shop, you carve out 50,000, 100,000. You go to Biafra and squander it. They carry woman and squander it. What if after drinking and enjoying yourself, that same night you are sleeping and Fulani attack your street? The worst is that most of them don't even know what we are talking about. They so much believe in their business and their profit and whatever they're going to gain. Today, nobody is telling Benue people that if we have known, we would have allowed Ghana to be with us. But they sold him out. Many people cannot go back to their villages again. Some have been in the IDP camp for more than 19, 20 years. Just like people who stand on the line and they're calling them, as I said earlier. We are looking at these people. villages taking up, local government taking up, and gradually they are coming in, and we are folding our hand. We are waiting for it to get to us before we take action. Dear friends, wake up! Wake up! Nobody will do it for us. Nobody is going to come for you. Our forefathers, without any technology, were able to withstand for more than 3 years. As in those days from the story, that at the time, they don't even... During the war, our men, Biafran soldiers, our fathers, they have the energy, they have the strength. But there was no granite, there was no tools. Sometimes in the night, they will creep into the Fulani army camp. They will creep in the night with obri, with stick. They will creep in. When they were sleeping, they will use those stick and machete and fight them. After they buy them, that particular night they will buy them, they will recover enough ammunition. Yearly day they recover enough ammunition. The next day, they will assault the Ahu. Because it was not planned. Now everything has been prepared. Our America have taught you everything, lectured you. Our Prime Minister has come and put up a step-by-step procedure we are supposed to follow. Everything is in your front. Now all you need to do is please contribute. And people who are going to do the job for you, they are waiting for you. They are begging you, please support us. Let us do this for you. Biafra, let us wake up. It is only the thing we do that will free our leaders. By now, the fire is supposed to be burning, as in the is supposed to be boiling seriously, and they will be running. All the police are supposed to be running hectare scatter, looking for who they will call to come and talk to this. Let this person go and talk to this. This is what we're supposed to be in now. In as much they are relaxed and comfortable, believe me, if they manage to do election next year, continue to do election 2027, I pray we will not be like Syria. Today is my own side is Saturday morning. Because let us contribute. Come out in mass. Support this movement. Nobody, I repeat, nobody will do it for you. America, Trump, UK, Britain, all those people, they are struggling. The same way Fulani is this troubling everybody in Nigeria, the same way they have been troubled in Europe. They can't, some of them, their children can't even walk on the streets freely again. Because the same agenda they have over there is the same agenda that is making them to march towards our land. Let us wake up and support our freedom. I have to yield my mic here so I can continue what I'm doing. God bless you all. Almighty God provide for us. For those whose heart is willing to donate, but they don't have, I pray that God will replenish your pocket, bless you abundantly. For those who are still willing, or one or two things taking their mind back, may God bless them, open their hearts. Now all hail Biafra.
Water. Thank you so much, hardcore. Thank you so much. I feel the vibe. Please, if you want to
Malenga,
speak, raise up your hand.
there's so much feedback for your mic. Right.
From a mic.
Yes, noisy. Okay.
I don't think it's my place. No noise here. I'm alone. Nothing is on here. Who want to speak? Raise your help your hand so that I can try because I have limited time. Our minister said we just round off. If you want to speak, raise up your hand. Otherwise, I don't know who to call. Can you hear me? Okay, choose. You have the mic. Thank you.
Am I coming out?
Loud and clear.
Thank you. My people. I greet our information minister and deputy Yakachenko number. Thank you. You know, we're saying that what they are doing in the north this yesterday. Today, we are saying today, just 10 minutes, we enter the next following day. I had something that pained me deeply. My people, do you know that in Hamufu, what is happening in Hamufu now? 22 communities has totally run away from their homes. 22 different towns are no more living in their homeland. They have run out of their communities, and these people has occupied their land. I met somebody yesterday who is living in that community, and he was telling me series of stories of what is happening in Hamufu. And this man, Governor Mba, is helping them to occupy our, continuously helping them to occupy our land. 22 different towns are no more living in their communities. Towns. And nobody is doing anything. And this person that is telling me this story told me verbally, completely, how our gallant men helped and how the people sabotaged our people February last year. Hi. And 22 communities are no more in their homeland. They have run away. They have completely run out of their land. My people, these people who have been helping this Fulani to occupy our land, this hard time, we know what to do to them. I don't know. I was totally, since yesterday evening, this brother told me this story. Yeah, I was totally done that these people has taken our communities and we are playing, thinking that it's not happening in our backyard. And then Koziora Bueze, hi, oh my God. Wanya. I have not recovered from the shock of yesterday to today evening from 5 p.m. I have not recovered. My people, we are seriously at war. This man told me that he has farmland of 60 acres of land, not plot, acres of land. where he needs to harvest his rice, but he cannot go there again. They have taken their cows there and finished everything. This where the farm where he has rice, the same vein where he has cassava, the same vein where he has every other plant crops. And he told me that he has never recovered from the and this the amazing thing that he told me, say he till tomorrow, he don't know when to recover. Till tomorrow. And our people are playing, thinking that these people have not come to our place actually. And we tell our people to sit at home. They are talking jazz. But we talk about sponsoring our young men. He told me verbally that the only people, he told me story of February last year. I calculated, I remember when our prime minister said something about the move. Exactly what our prime minister said and how they got those people and how the same people that you are saving, the government use them to try to sabotage our men. Now, we are at war. Anybody that tells you that there's nothing happening, we are seriously at war. And now is the time we need to fund our men. To fund our men. Now, I lack words to express my pains. I lack words to express my pains. Told me stories of how, oh my God, the whole community ran away. The whole communities ran out of their town till today, and nobody is doing anything. No government. He also told me that the government is the one enabling them. If the people rise up, that's when you will see the security. Even the time women protested, the women, when they came out to protest against it, they said they will come out of 7 a.m. As of 6 a.m., the Nigeria military and police, they have failed the communities.
Thank you, Chicks. Thank you very much. I'm going to say you lack words, and let me help you with some of the words I have here. Men and brethren, you know that's a Hamufu is an okay, Mazi. Hamufu is an example of what those that are dilly dallying with what we are doing. Hamufu will be an example. But one thing is that will a Hamufu be emancipated? Will a Hamufu be delivered? It will be delivered, but the only thing is that how many people will be left when the deliverance completely happens. But one funny thing is that I saw a post from the shameless boy called Marvelous about 4 hours before we came on live. Do you know what he posted? He posted where Ngozi Orabufulani was dancing with that her red dress. Ngozi was dancing. And you know what he wrote? He said, if Ngozi did not take over then this movement would have fallen into wrong hands. And in the brain of that stupid fool, that boy that I believe didn't even have breast to suck, in his brain, do you know how Ngozi took over? The takeover of Ngozi is that dancing. The only thing that he is seeing, and the only thing some of the fools that are listening to Ngozi, the only thing they are seeing that Ngozi have done is that Ngozi wore a red dress and was dancing. That is how Ngozi took over. Ask them, what has Ngozi done? What effort has Ngozi made to emancipate or to create better, more awareness, or to make sure that our men are actively working? Apart from taking the life of our men that were disposed to her because they were ignorantly deceived. Her achievement, Ngozi's achievement is that Ngozi wore a red dress and was dancing. Because that's the only thing that Marvelous will be able to post. How Ngozi took over. She was dancing with red dress. And the fool posted it and said that now the movement have fallen into the hands of a woman that is dancing on a red dress. And that's the only achievement. I just pity for some ignorant dingbats. But anyway, some of those things gives me more stronger mind because I will be here when they will be crying. I will be here. And fellow Biafrans, we thank you all for having stayed with us this long. It's been a long marathon, and we appreciate you all for hanging in. And I know that this is going to impact so many of you to, make a bold step and make the difference that we need to make that particular change that must take place in this movement for a positive impact. Thank you very much for being with us. Thank you, able Minister of Information and Communication.
Can you tell that
Thank you.
man that I spoke to you to tell the Amufu people Amufu to come and donate here? They don't have Amufu don't have you to abroad. That man that tell you about his farm, let him tell his people to come and donate so that those who come and liberate them have to come and liberate them. Amufu don't have people abroad.
Thank you, every one of you. May Chukwu Kabiyama Premier bless you all. See you all in our fundraising tonight because it's already Saturday where I am. Thank you, Mazi Sami. Please, good night, everyone. Bon.